cabbage. Niggas can't manage. That's another slapping. Niggas thinking that I'm famous, that I won't slap it. Call this modern warfare. When we double tap it, clicking and we clapping. That's burning through his jacket. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time. Yep, I'm back and I'm attacking. Nah, I ain't capping. Real life rapping, switched it up and got it cracking. Get you vanished from a napping. Bare nerves racking. Ramming, carjacking, call it lifetime sacking. Yeah, the caddies in the air now. Got the tracking. 2017 bricks, still packing. Pop, passing. Had you lacking with my cannon. Birmingham assassin, yeah, burning with a passion. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time. You can't walk around the hood that I'm good round. I was down and out, but I'm good now. If you saw my last check, then you would frown. So much drip around my neck, yeah, I could drown. Set the tone like a new phone. Yeah, I'm in a new zone. Just roll the zoo for the root home. Set the tone like a new phone. Yeah, I'm in a new zone. Just roll the zoo for the root home. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time. I'll be booking them like Palace, buffing on my chalice. True say I'm an addict, 24 Cali, don't make me have to grab it. Cabbage, niggas can't manage. That's another slapping. Niggas thinking that I'm famous, that I won't slap it. Nigga, I'm erratic. Erdington savage, yeah, you call this modern warfare. When we double tap it, clicking and we clapping. That's burning through this jacket. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time. Yep, I'm back and I'm attacking. Nah, I ain't capping. Real life rapping, switched it up and got it cracking. Get you vanished from a napping. Bare nerves racking. Ramming, carjacking, call it lifetime sacking. Yeah, the caddies in the air now. Got the tracking. 2017 bricks, still brought the packing. Pop, passing. Had you lacking with my cannon. Birmingham assassin, yeah, burning with a passion. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time. You can't walk around the hood that I'm good round. I was down and out, but I'm good now. If you saw my last check, then you would frown. So much drip around my neck, yeah, I could drown. Set the tone like a new phone. Yeah, I'm in a new zone. Just roll the zoo for the root home. Set the tone like a new phone. Yeah, I'm in a new zone. Just roll the zoo for the root home. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time. Gangster in
I don't want. Shouldn't talk to me, please.
I'll be booking them like Palace, buffing on my chalice. True say I'm an addict, 24 Cali, don't make me have to grab it. Cabbage, Niggas can't manage. That's another slapping. Niggas thinking that I'm famous, that I won't slap it. Nigga, I'm about it. Erdington Savage, yeah, you call this modern warfare. When we double tap it, clicking and we clacking, that's burning through this jacket. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time. Yeah, I'm back and I'm attacking. Nah, I ain't capping. Real life rapping, switched it up and got it cracking. Get you banished from a napping. Bare nerves racking. Ramming, carjacking, call it lifetime sacking. Yeah, the Cali's in the air now. Got the tracking. 2017 bricks, still brought the packing. Pop, passing, catch you lacking with my cannon. Birmingham assassin, yeah, burning with my passion. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time. Can't walk around the hood that I'm good round. I was down and out, but I'm good now. If you saw my last check, then you would frown. So much drip around my neck, yeah, I could drown. It's a whole like a new phone, yeah, I'm in the new zone. Control the zoo for the root hole. Set the tone like a new phone, yeah, I'm in the new zone. Control the zoo for the root hole.
Oh, I meant to have happy and me, but I couldn't wait. Just type in. Yo, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, man. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Suck up. Can't. It's like I do just to shoot to up. No, it's too up, too up. So shalom, shalom. We're here now on the ends. Got Captain Parasha in the building.
That's right.
Captain Mashap Mayam soon to join us.
Right.
Me, myself, Officer Karafia from the I.S.U.P.K, man.
That's
and we're here again with the 28th episode of On the Ends, man. We're here again. Shalom, so you have Hashem Shabakata.
YAHANNA. You're looking like a father, man.
Me? Come on, man.
I'm here now on the end.
You look daddy all over that whole vibe, man.
Blocking up my graphics, man. Yeah, put it there. Yep.
I see you looking. You're leveling up. You're leveling up. Give him a hand. You're leveling up.
I'm a radio man, flex. You know what I mean? So again, we're on the ends with Captain Mashap Mayam, Captain Parasha, myself, the executioner, Officer Parasha, man. We're here again every Friday, 9 o'clock to 12, man.
Hey, listen, I see you for a whole new thing that you're gonna get slaughtered today, man. Yeah, that's not looking too fly there. I had to humble you down, you know what I mean? So,
okay.
Yeah, after.
I feel like an executioner today. So I would have say you see has one gun. You get me?
Well, listen, you didn't know how to go, man. You didn't know how to go.
I made one bond and I commit one God today. So look out, man. You get me?
That's straight blessing from the Lord there.
Call it one God.
I ain't gonna lie, that did the Lord for sure increase the gates of here with that one.
Cast the water, man. You know, the Most High, bless me with a beautiful son, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I.S.U.P.K just keep. I would say we don't die, we multiply, man. So
of course.
Do. So again, make sure you contact the number 079 607 46784. 079 607 46784. So first things first, we're gonna go into what everyone's seeing out there. What's it called? SARS, the acronym SARS.
Well, yeah, well, we have a few. Today should be good, Ak. Today should be good. I expect the haters to hate. You know what I mean? I expect them to hate strong today, because today we going into that Nigeria thing. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna let you know if to pray for Nigeria or not, because I know that's why everybody pray for Nigeria. Pray for Nigeria. You know what I mean? We're gonna let you know if to.
So we're about to lose all our subscribers, man. London's gonna tune in and damn near cause a riot, man.
Yeah.
All the Nigerians got down there. Yeah. Stefan gonna call my phone. So they call my phone personally, cursing me out, man. You're gonna see.
Good. Yeah, man. What else we have lined up? We had that brother from we had the brother from Manchester.
Color one concept. We also got a guest as well. You know, you all seen him on the social medias. The brother's blown up on the social media. The brother started. He posted a story of himself called "What Is Loyalty Really," and since they've been blowing up, man. And that brother's gonna be here today, man. You know what I mean? You're gonna tune in. He's gonna be here streaming, and we're gonna speak to the brother as well, man. So we got a few things gonna be good. We got a few things that's gonna pop off today. So like I said, the brother, his name's Kieran. He said his name's Kieran, but he used to go by the name K-Dap. But he said him first to go by the name Kieran. So like I said, you're breaking up, sir. I'm not sure it's my side or your side. Your mic's muted as well, sir.
Salakia, you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you much better now, sir. Your mic was muted for a second. So when they go into Nigeria, the whole SARS thing, as you know, in Nigeria, the police are killing the residents out there, man, the civilians out there, and everyone's crying, saying this is a sad thing and so forth. But it's not my problem, man. You know, we got our own problems, man. And you're gonna find out that the Nigerians got loads of people backing them, man. They got loads of people backing them, and then on top of that, they even got their own backing them as well, man. We got to back ourselves, man. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna play this video real quick. This is Burna Boy in London yesterday. He was in London yesterday. I'm gonna show you something about his Nigerians. Their people are dying, and despite COVID-19 separation, despite all these protocols, they're breaking it. They said, we don't care, man. We love our people. We're gonna break these protocols, man. And no police locked them up. No one said anything. And we saw it right now, man. So Burna Boy, a lot of your favorite DJ, he steals black people's culture. He went out there to go protest for his people. You know what I mean? I'm about to share that video right now. That's even speaking English. Shit.
As Nigerians who have decided enough is enough to bad governance, police impunity, and general uselessness, we protested against this escalating violence, slash crime, peaceful,
Hey, Salakia, double check, make sure your sound up a little bit more. It was kind of hard to hear what you were saying. I don't know if the sound is low or what.
It's just I think it's Burna Boy's mic itself.
So okay, try one more time and see what he said.
As Nigerians who have decided enough is enough to bad governance, police impunity, and general uselessness.
You kind of can't say his mic. His mouth's too close to the mic. So
whatever you did just now, the volume went up for sure.
Okay, kind of one cancer.
It could be just hold it, closer. I ain't too sure, but you know what I mean. But yeah, go ahead.
Could you imagine the smile there, sir? Damn.
Oh boy, it's a rough thing. It's a rough thing for them Nigerians, and if you stick around, today. I mean, goddamn, Prash doing it by himself. You couldn't buy a bowl for me, a plate for me. You treat me like I'm a Nigerian,
That's a council right there, man. You can't be doing that, man.
Yeah, man. But so now, okay. Just to give everybody the backdrop, the Nigerian protest is aimed at something they call SARS, right? SARS, not to be confused with the virus SARS or the medical condition SARS. This thing they have there that they call SARS is some anti-robbery unit, some special anti-robbery, unit or squad or something. I think that's what the squad, right? SARS. And of course, in typical Nigerian fashion, what are Nigerians famous for?
Robberies, fraud. What else?
Say again, you have a mic there, Parasha?
Yes, sir. I have, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. Say what you said.
I was saying that they do a lot of bank fraud, sir. Bank fraud, scams, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Known for that, sir. In like the UK, it's all what happens every time like someone's robbed your bank. It's always one of them, sir. Always bank robbing, loans, shots, fraud, everything, sir.
Exactly. Like they're famous for stealing. They're famous for fraud. They're famous for scamming people. So now they have their own local anti-robbery squad. This is a special unit of police that goes into investigate robberies. And lo and behold, these cops is robbing people and stealing from people and whipping ass. And in some cases, killing people. So now they totally hijack the Black Lives Matter movement or energy. I ain't want to talk like that to sound like I'm from the conscious community, but that's the best way I could put it for now. They totally hijack that momentum from the George Floyd, from the Eric Garner police brutality. And now they want the world to feel sorry for them. When they're a bunch of thieves, any goddamn way. Everybody knows a Nigerian call you and tell you about his great uncle who he never knew that died and left him how much million euros, and all he needs is a bank account to transfer it to. Everybody got the email, everybody get the WhatsApp, everybody get the text. Everybody knows about that situation.
That's right.
And now they have this particular unit that's stealing from their own people. That is not police brutality.
That's right.
You understand? That is not a police brutality issue. That's not that. That's just you hired the wrong people and they're taking advantage of the system. You get the point? That's nothing more than you have a high school or a secondary school, and you have some students who smoke cigarettes, and they're a special group and a clique, and they terrorize people. But the police brutality that the Negro in America, the tribe of Judah, fights against, the police brutality that the Benjamites in the West Indies, so the Negro in the West Indies fights against, is not a robbery squad. This is a systematic form of oppression done by another race on a separate race. What they have is infighting between them. They have infighting between them, and they want the world to cry for them. I ain't crying for shit. I ain't shedding a goddamn tear.
That's right. If I may, they're criminals anyway, man. That's the police getting justice, man. Criminals should be brought to justice. I'm not saying they should die, but we are not criminals. George Floyd wasn't a criminal. Mark Duggan wasn't a criminal. We get killed by the police just for being black, man. Them like in London, they call the scams the 419 scams. They're known for doing 419, so they should get locked up, man, and beat up by the police.
Listen, this is what should happen. The police should lock them up and beat them up, and they should lock the police up and beat the police up. At the end of this, there will be a winner. And guess who the winner will be?
Nigerians.
A Nigerian. So they get to win any goddamn way.
That's right.
When do we get to win?
That's right.
That's right.
When do we ever win? When do the relatives of Eric Garner and Sandra Bland and Oscar Brego and Philando Castile and give me some more, Tamir Rice, Mark Duggan, Rashawn Charles, when do our people get to win ever?
Never.
Now the whole world crying for Nigeria, you know, pray for Nigeria. I ain't praying for a goddamn thing. When all you was scamming everybody, you wasn't crying.
That's right.
You wasn't crying for nothing. You wasn't crying at all. You all, and this is typical of Hamites. All you want to do is hijack whatever glory the children of Israel could get. Right? You Ethiopians did it with the Rastafarianism and the reggae and everything else. You West Africans, you Nigerians doing it now. You Ghanaians doing it, right? Was the dude from London named Big Shaq?
Big Shaq. He's a Ghanaian also.
Say again?
He's a Ghanaian also.
He's from Ghana also, right? Like he didn't get famous from mocking, you know, Robert Mugabe. He didn't get famous for trying to impersonate Nelson Mandela. He got famous for trying to impersonate a nigger from the streets of Brixton, a road man. You understand? That's who he got famous trying to impersonate and got paid big money. In about 2 years, became a millionaire. When do we get to win?
That's right.
You understand? No. Hold on. You know I'm coming with the research.
The racist is you.
You know I'm coming with the research here. Right? I see we have some haters in the in the chat. Junior Osman, y'all look like Nigeria, Negro European. Some shit. Junior, you look like a sodomite. Does that mean you're sodomite? You know what I mean? You look like you're funny. You get the point? This is not about looks, dummy. You're so full of white supremacy. This has nothing to do with looks. This is about a bloodline. And my bloodline is absolutely effing royal, you dumbass. And so is the bloodline of every Negro, Hispanic, and Native Indian on the face of the earth. The Nigerian bloodline is of thieves and murderers, sinners and heathens. And whatever they're going through, good. Pray to Oshun and Ogun. And that's your gods. Pray to Yoruba and all of them other fake gods you all have and the Yoruba tribe and whatever else. Go handle that. Let the Biafrans fight the other Nigerian tribe. Let them handle that. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord, man. We will serve the Lord because our bloodline goes beyond what your eyes can see. What your eyes can see is looks. That's why you love Bob Marley. Yes. What your eyes can see is looks. That's why you think Anthony Joshua is your brother. What your eyes can see is looks. That's why you think Stormzy is your brother. You get the point?
That's right.
No. Let's see. Give me let me beg you the screen share there for a second now.
Cut.
I believe this one is it. No, hold on. 1 second. Give me it one more time. Hold on. Yeah, give me the screen share 1 more second now.
You got a hater saying you niggas need to fix. What you niggas need to go and fix Jamaica.
we fixing Jamaica right now, you dummy. We have a full out camp in Jamaica right now, blazing everywhere. That's what we have. We have a full out camp in Jamaica right now. Who said we need to go fix Jamaica?
Darkson Bay.
What's his name?
Darkson Bay.
Where you watching it? I ain't seeing it.
Oh, it's on YouTube, sir.
Okay.
I've seen everything. I've seen YouTube and Facebook.
Okay, I see what you're saying. All right. Darkson Bay, what's your nationality? Where you from? Help me out. Where you from? All right. This here is a filthy African called Nestride Yunga, right? That's her name, Nestride or Nestride Yunga. And this was in the height of the Black Lives Matter protests in Washington, D.C., right? You know, we was on scene for that too, right? And she's down there right outside the White House. And this is what she had to say about Black people for the 400 years of slavery, for all the murders, the rapings, the lynchings, all the police brutality cases of, you know, Eric Garner, Michael Brown, all of that, all the stuff we see that was so unfortunate, right? This is what she had to say. I want you all to listen clearly.
Black Lives Matter is a joke. You are the racist. The racist is you.
She said Black Lives Matter is a joke. We are the racist. This is an African act. This is some African, and you could tell she's an African with that big head and that horrible weave. You could always tell that, you know, that big head and that weave that just don't ever fit right. You know that's a Hamite. I listen to her again.
Black Lives Matter is a joke. You are the racist. The racist is you. It's because the white guy killed that. You think they're racist. The racist, the Black Lives Matter. Go to Chicago. They don't have schools. And they die every day. They don't matter. Because you can get attention from that. Shut up. Group of hypocrites. Go to Southeast DC, Northeast. Tell them Black Lives Matter. If it matters, it should matter everywhere.
Yeah, what she said. No, she's saying go to Chicago. They don't have schools. Go to Southeast DC. Southeast DC has become notorious for, you know, quote unquote being the ghetto. DC on the whole is the ghetto if you really want to think about it. Anything outside of Capitol Hill is the ghetto. And the white people gentrifying it now. But DC is a black city. Southeast has just gotten a name, an ill name, right? And she said, go to Southeast and tell them Black Lives Matter. What she really means to say is that, you know, black on black crime, black people killing black people, black people stealing from black people. So then we as black people don't have a case against the white man. So if Black Lives Matter is a joke because we do it to each other, then fuck Nigeria, because SAR is Nigerians and the population they're oppressing is also Nigerians. So why are we praying for them?
That's right.
What good for the goose has to be good for the gander. You get the point? It has to be good. What serve you had to serve me too. If when another race was oppressing me, all you could say is, well, we deserve it because we kill each other and steal from each other. Well, Nigerians kill and steal from everybody.
That's right.
So I'm not praying for you. This is from your own African sister's mouth, your old mama Africa. Let's get some more.
Hypocrites. Attention seekers. Attention seekers.
You hear what she said? She said, y'all a bunch of hypocrites and attention seekers. But listen, what is Burna Boy doing up there in London? He's being a hypocrite and an attention seeker.
That's right.
He is a why is Burna Boy not in Nigeria right now?
That's right.
Why is he not in Nigeria saying, brothers, sisters, Wakanda forever. Let us stop this, brothers. Why he not down there right now? Because he's a hypocrite and an attention seeker.
That's right.
You understand? Them Nigerians done oppressed each other and oppressed the world. How much phone calls they don't get and emails they don't get trying to swindle you out your goddamn money. Always trying to steal and run some goddamn scam on you. Always, every goddamn day. Why should we care? Why should we care when this is your view about us? All right, let's get a little bit more.
Matter everywhere. It doesn't take a white cup to kill a black person to matter. So I'm here today because I heard about a demonstration on, you know, the George Floyd event on the situation, which I'm going to be honest about it. It's wrong that, you know, anything like that should happen. Okay? It's very wrong. My problem is it shouldn't get an opportunity for a group of people to use that as an excuse or to come across as victims. No one is a victim here. The only victim here is George Floyd. Let's be very clear.
So nobody is a victim. And they use it as an opportunity to come across. You know what I mean? To gain something. Well, listen, the Nigerian special robbery unit squad, the SAR squad, they didn't oppress everybody. As far as I'm concerned, Nigerians are using this as an opportunity for people to feel sorry for them. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo, the green and white. Boo-hoo.
If I may, why the Nigerians beefing against her, man? She said, we say we're not all the same, and everyone got something to say. She's saying we're not all the same. Everyone's like, well, you know, the same Nigerian Darkson said he's Nigerian, what you know about Nigerian, what you know nothing about. So he's Nigerian. He said, you know nothing about Nigeria.
I don't want to know nothing about Nigeria. I know one thing, that you all are filthy, stinking heathens that have nothing to do with the children of Israel. That's all I need to know. I don't need to know where Nigeria is. I don't even need to know how to spell Nigeria. But who's the guy name? What's the guy name?
Darkson Bay.
Darkson Bay, you are filthy, disgusting heathen that the Lord hates and has nothing to do with my people. Go cry long tears for your green and white flag. I don't give a damn. Let SARS multiply and kill you all. Let you all multiply and kill SARS. Whoever win, whoever lose, I don't give a damn. But trust and believe, when Christ returns and we in charge of this world, you all will have much more to worry about than SARS. I can tell you that. The oppression in that day will be very real. Extremely real. And listen, that same Darkson Bay, them Nigerians was walking around London hiding the fact they was Africans, pretending to be Benjamites, because being a Benjamite was always cool. It was always in style. You all was walking around swagger jacking, trying to be us, trying to be cool, never letting nobody know you was from filthy, stinking Lagos. You're talking like you're from Kingston, like you're from Barbados, like you're a Trini, and now you want to come and talk shit. Let God bathe Nigeria in blood, man.
That's right.
Let God turn that flag red and bloody.
It's like I said, the same guy said, ain't no Nigerian trying to be Jamaican. Where are you living? All you Nigerians want to be Jamaican.
Burna Boy. Tell me Burna Boy. Whatever his name is, something Bay. No Nigerian trying to be Jamaican. What the hell is Burna Boy trying to do? Why is Burna Boy trying to sound and look and perform like a black man instead of some filthy plate in the lip African? Why is he trying to be one of us? Why is Anthony Joshua trying to be one of us? Why is Stormzy trying to be one of us? Why is Skepta trying to be one of us?
That's right.
You Africans, man, you all got some pride in you all that is beyond. Y'all think you're one way, but you're really the other way. Y'all got a whole ton of pride in you. And listen, I pray Nigeria fall off the map tonight. I pray SARS and them population, y'all just kill each other and there's no more Nigeria.
That's right.
That's right.
You'll just all fall in the water. Go ahead.
And that's why I say we can't trust our enemies, man. Any nation outside any nation outside of our nation is enemies, man. And these same Nigerians in the 80s and 90s, they were saying, yo, we're all black, man. They were lying about their surname. No, man, it's like Chibumba, man. Lying, saying there was one of us. And now, because Burna Boy is boss now, Skepta doing good for himself, now they're saying, listen, we're not the same, man. Now that the nerds say, we don't act Jamaica. Like, are you for real? Every Nigerian says, yo, well, go on, man, you're cool. That didn't come from no Nigeria, man. Afrobeats got steel pans in there. Steel pans was made in Trinidad and Tobago, man. You don't come
That's right. That's right.
Sandy, dusty, nasty deserts of Africa, man. You don't come from the mud pits of Africa, man. So how dare you say we're not trying to be Jamaican? Behave, man. There ain't no African slang, no African dress sense that we copy, but you copy us though.
That's right.
Us, man.
That's right.
That's absolutely right, man. Let them go. Let me just get a little bit more here, and then we jump with the caller. All right.
I don't want cancer.
Everybody knows that black kills black more than anything. You know that. Let's be very clear. Black more than anything. Let's be very clear. Everybody knows that black kills black more than anything.
She said everybody knows that black kills black more than anything. So who killing who in Nigeria right now? Is the Chinese killing black people? Huh? Is the East Indians killing Nigerians? Nigerians killing Nigerians. What's your goddamn problem? Why the world had to stop for you? Why the world had to stop for you? Black on black crime, right? Yeah? Black on black crime. The world don't have to stop.
Nigerian crime right there.
Nigerian on Nigerian crime. Well, money fall on you. Banana fall on you. What is your problem?
Bullets fall on you.
Bullet fall on you. That's all.
You know that. It doesn't take a white person to kill them for you to come out. Hypocrites.
Brother, she went on to scream on Black People Act. Scream for a whole, 9 or 10 minutes about how much we are not victims to this white man. We are not victims at all. We do it to ourselves. We deserve it. She went on to say how we lazy, we this, we that. Let me tell you something. I'll give you a personal story. I was riding in a Lyft or Uber with this African, and he's talking to this Ethiopian driver. And the Ethiopian driver is telling him that he knows the what country was it? I want to say the Congo. One of them who was an ambassador in DC, he said he knows him personally. And he says this guy did insurance fraud back in the early 90s. He took his car, took it down to Southeast, lit it on fire, went home, called the police the next day and said the car was stolen. And he said it's automatic insurance because they found it in Southeast, which is quote unquote niggerland, which means somebody stole it, park it down there. So he got a brand new car. Now, brother, I could pull up stories right now that come out every week about stolen cars parked up in certain areas on fire, this, that, the other. And you would think is brothers doing it. Meanwhile, it's these Africans doing the shit out for insurance fraud. And you want me to have respect for y'all? When y'all do not respect black people at all. Man, let Nigeria fall into blood, man.
Right. And
Let Nigeria fall into blood.
So like I said, and furthermore, why do we have to care about Nigeria, man? Nigeria, they'll be all right, man. And Nigeria got Anthony Joshua. They got Skepta. Who else they got? They got Burna Boy. Why do I have to love him, man? I'm just a brother from the I.S.U.P.K, man. I love my people, man. Am I wrong? You not can love Nigeria, man. I'm cool, man.
Exactly.
The video of Naomi Campbell crying for Nigeria, man. Crying her eyes out for Nigeria. I was like, Naomi, come on, man. They got enough love as it is, man. As this guy is saying how in the comments Jamaica got no oil, but Nigerian got oil. So keep your oil, man. You'll be fine, man. Let's see if the oil saves you from SARS, though, man. Let's see if that will happen, man.
Listen. They got oil, and America ain't trying to invade Nigeria. Imagine that. America trying to invade Venezuela, Trinidad, the Middle East, places that's important. Nigeria got oil, and America ain't even trying to go there. Listen, the hell with them, man. That's about the end of it. If you want the question answered, you should never pray for Nigeria.
That's right.
At least not pray for them to get peace. Pray for them to continue in war. Pray for this to never stop and never end. For all the slavery and murder and rape that they put on our people. That entire west coast of Africa got to go. Ghana, Ivory Coast, Senegal, Nigeria, all of them, they got to pay for what they did to black people, man. And we are not the same, and we are absolutely separate. And it's only when we wake up and realize we're not the same, now they turn on us and say, well, you the enemy, you wrong, you this, you that. To hell with Nigeria, man. And don't waste your tears and don't waste your tears and don't waste your prayers.
The boy said we got oil. Or what kind of oil is he talking? Because them dry Nigerians I be seeing, they ain't got no oil, man. He must be talking about the oil in the ground.
Listen,
can't be talking about the oil.
That oil ain't helping them now. That oil ain't helping them, one bit. It ain't helping them one bit. But the children of Israel who are oppressed, you save your prayers for them.
That's right.
Save your prayers for them. Go ahead.
Can I play a quick video before the brother comes in?
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is a video of Naomi Campbell. As you know, Naomi Campbell's a sister from England, from London, and she's a model. You know, I think she retired now. And this is what she was saying in regards to Nigeria and so forth. We're gonna play what the sister was saying. And this sister shouldn't be praying for Nigeria, man. This sister shouldn't be crying for Nigeria, man. We got our own problems, man. It's like I said, we got our own problems, man. The sister should be crying for the brothers in the ghetto, man. Mark Duggan, man. Rashad and Charles, man. This is who she should be crying for, man. Not no Hamites, man.
What is happening in Africa as a continent is wrong.
Hold on. Pull it back.
What is happening in Africa as a continent is wrong.
Pause it right there. Brother, she got paid to do this, I'm telling you straight up. Is this thing happening in Africa as a continent?
One country.
Since when do Africans ever refer to themselves as African or Africa? Never. African will tell you, I'm Nigerian, I'm Cameroonian, I'm from Ghana, Senegal. Now you see the narrative change. Now what's happening in Africa is sad. Africa this, Africa that. This is them trying to mask, to buy over the whole oppression that real black people face, and now putting an African cover on it. You get the point? Go ahead.
Colour one.
Salaki, sir, if I can. And
Go ahead.
also, what's so wrong about that? How can you say what's happening in Africa? It's the wrong. So now, what about us, man? What you mean? What about in the UK?
Right.
Is not that wrong? What about in the West Indies, Jamaica, Montserrat, and wherever else? So now, like, you know what I mean? Now she's forgot about us, and now she's just going, "Oh, what's happening with them is wrong." But what about us, man? We suffered for many years, and like, what is not that wrong?
Exactly.
I mean, we made England great, and we don't get anything. It's not that wrong,
Right.
and now what's sad about it is she has all the energy to basically speak about this. When now, you know what I mean? What about us? We matter too, man. Black people matter too, man. Concept.
That you absolutely right. Isn't she a sister?
Colour one, concert.
Listen now, let's pause it right there. I thought we'd have been able to wrap up Nigeria in 20 minutes, but I realized they're gonna need some more beating today. They're gonna need to read this shit at the end of it. Race means everything. You understand? They're gonna need to understand that. Let's bring in the brother. What's his name? KD.
Yeah, colour one, concert.
What's the name he goes by now?
I like to go by Kieran, sir.
Kieran, I prefer whatever name he's comfortable with now. You know what I mean? Definitely don't want to disrespect the brother at all.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Colour one, concert.
Let's bring him in. This brother here.
Colour one, concert.
Hey, shalom, brother. How you doing?
You all right, bro? Yeah.
Most high in Christ. Is Kieran, you prefer Kieran, right?
Yeah.
All right, ain't no sweat. Definitely Kieran it is, all right? So go ahead, Karafia.
So again, like
put me on the end, doc, but put him in the middle. You know what I mean? He's a guest for sure.
Okay.
Pause. Salakia, pause. Yeah, better make him the focal point so everybody know who he is. You know what I mean?
Okay, so this is a brother that he posted a video about, you know, loyalty and how his experiences in Manchester and, you know, in a road life in the past. And the brother started to blow up, man. I saw him on pages like Major Think, Lippy Lick Shot, KB. I started to get a lot of views, man. You know what I mean? So a lot of people's commenting, sharing it. I believe, brother, someone in Canada hit you up also. Someone
Yeah.
Someone in
Canada, Saudi, yeah.
Someone in Saudi.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what, brothers to come on the show, man. You know what I mean? We had brothers from Brum, never had known from Manny. So want to ask you a few questions and so forth. You know what I mean? So again, thanks for coming on again on the show.
Yeah.
So again, you like to go with the name Kieran, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question I wanted to say is like we're part of the I.S.U.P.K. I noticed in your video you talked about loyalty. You know what I mean? One of your videos, one of your friends left you for dead. In another one of your friends left you for dead again, ran off. And
yeah.
This school that we're in is built on brotherhood, man. So the question I want to ask you is, your experience in the road life and whatnot, is there any loyalty or is it all fake?
No, in my personal opinion, I'd say it's fake, innit? You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, because for me, like I say to this day, I would have gone the whole 9 yards for other people. Do you know what I'm saying? But then when the tables are turned now, people aren't really willing to do the same thing for you. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, so again, I would like if you could introduce yourself and, you know, explain to us, you know, what age you started getting affiliated with these things. Just give us a background on how Manny is divided. I think back then it was like the Gooch crew, Moss side. Just give us a background because a lot of our viewers don't really know how, you know, Manny's laid out and, you know, and how
you originally from Manchester, right?
Yeah,
for sure. Give us a little background on Manchester, how it is.
Yeah.
Even before you get to your personal story, like, you know, the divide, if it's more black, more white, mixed, like how black people is in Manchester.
Yeah, so basically it's like we're from South Manchester, innit? So like the brother said, you've got Moss Side, Longside, Hume, Old Trafford, Stretford, all these areas, but they are mainly black areas. Do you know what I mean? And that's where all the gangs originated in my side. The original gangs from Manchester was Gooch and Dodderton. And then it's all just like grown and like splinter groups and all these kind of things. But the two main gangs in Manchester was Gooch and Dodderton.
Okay. And was these like black gangs or mixed or?
Yeah. Black. Mainly black, yeah.
Okay. All right. And how what drove you or made you, I don't want to say inspired, because I know usually most brothers go that route because of searching for something. So I don't want to say inspired. Ain't nobody, growing up saying, hey, I want to hit the streets. It's just a circumstance and you end up in that direction. What kind of led to you, going there if it's not
really? Yeah, really and truly, it's just like the area you grow up in. So it's like if you're from a certain side, because basically, like I was saying to my man yesterday,
right.
It's just a road that separates both sides. So you got Gooch on say the left hand side of the road,
okay,
and then Dodderton on the right hand side of the road. So basically, it's whatever side you're born or grew up on. Do you get what I'm saying? So then it's like you'll get a group of friends like from the area or go to school together and all that, and then it's like, for me, I feel when people reach a certain age, it's like, what are you gonna do now? You get me? Right. Are you gonna go to college? Are you gonna go to university, pursue a career, or are you gonna gangbang?
Right. I got you. So it's more so like the location, like where you was. It was that was just the natural way to go for most people.
Yeah.
And that seemed to be us as Black people. That seemed to be our route. Whereas of course we teach that according to the Bible, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the 12 tribes of Israel. And in traveling and going in different places, it seemed like that's the route. Is either we join the gangs, either we do sports or music. And that seems to be our only way out, or our only way to even grow up. You know what I mean? When other nationalities have other options. Options.
Yeah.
You get the streets, sports, and music. To us is options, but really it's not really options. You know what I mean? It's something that's going to happen inside. I'm going to do this. I'm tall, I'll play basketball. I could run, I'll do this. I could sing, I'll do this. I could rap, I'll do that. So that's what's given to us to play. That's the cards we dealt. I mean? So go ahead. I don't want to stop you. Go ahead.
So basically that's it. So then for me personally, it was like, I say, growing up, because like I'm coming from a family where my mum worked 2 jobs, all them kind of things. So then when I'm looking at, say, my mum, all right, we didn't struggle. We had everything we wanted, but like we did kind of struggle, if you know what I mean. Do you know what I'm saying? So then when I'm looking up to certain of the older gang members and I'm seeing them driving these cars and clothes and jewelry and all them kind of things now, so you're doing the math and you're thinking, hold on, so I'm watching my mum work 2 jobs.
Right.
You get me? And then times like Christmas and all that, you're having to wait till to January sales to get what you wanted for Christmas and all them kind of things. And when you're seeing these men on road, it's almost like you're looking at them and thinking, all right, cool. So why am I going to go and work a job when I can just be in the gang? Do you know what I'm saying? And get money that way and respect, money, power, and respect, isn't it?
Right. And for most people who looking in, what you said there, that's the reality. But for most people who outside of our nation, and even some people within our nation, they would look at that and be like, well, that's stupid. Why would you?
Yeah.
But they don't understand if that's what all you grow up seeing.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to do. Like a lawyer's son or a doctor's son who grew up with the stethoscope around or the lawyer books, he going to grow up with a predisposition to go do law or something else.
Yeah.
Like, they don't understand it. They don't see that this is the little bubble that we are in. And this is what we fed. So most young people, young boys and girls, the decision making is going to be based on what's on the table.
Not to cut you as well. It's like you see growing up, that's like you just said, that's all you kind of see. So you either see people working 2 jobs, 9 to 5, struggling to make ends meet, or you see like gangbangers on the roads doing whatever they're doing. Do you know what I mean? But then I feel if we had more like positive role models, or even people willing to give you a chance, do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
To say like, listen, you can sit there and say to them like, what you're doing is wrong, but then that's all you're doing. So you're saying like, what you're doing is wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, we know it's wrong. This is why we're ducking from the police.
Right.
This is why they're running us down every minute. But it's like, you're not giving us no options. You're not giving us a route to go down. You know what I'm saying? Because the majority of man from the ends, you're not making it through school. You're not making it through high school. You're not going to college. You ain't going uni and all them kind of things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the man them ain't really got no options to even pursue anything. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I get exactly what you're saying. It's definitely, you know, it's symptoms of a bigger issue, which, you know, for sure,
definitely
is damn near like not damn near, but what it really is we are the least desired in society. So no matter where we are, the governments, the positions of power, the people who make decisions and how the country runs, they will always put us to the bottom. Always, even after they use us up. So, you know, the options they give us is designed to destroy us. It's designed to put us in that. It's not by coincidence that everywhere we go, we make up the ghetto. Like there's no place that black people go on the earth that we make up the gated community. We in the higher tier society. There's no way. Everywhere we go, we make up the lower part of the society. And it's not because of us, but it's because of the system that has learned to hate us as a people. And we don't really see it as a people. It's only after we get, you know, little knocks and bruises, we start to realize, hold on, you all against me. You know what I mean? So definitely, go ahead.
If I may, you told a story, an in-depth story, you know what I mean? How you got rushed and, you know, shot at in the back and so forth, man. Did that make you want to leave that life alone or no? Because we had a brother on the show before who said from YT, from Brum, he said he got stabbed up and he said he didn't phase him at all. He still was on his thing.
No, not like I agree. Like you see when it's happened, like I'm later after the situation's happened and I'm thinking like I'm gassed. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking like raw. I'm thinking like raw. I've made it now. I'm official. You get me, G? Like, that's being real. Like I'm sat there thinking, right, man's official. You get me? So right, you've shot me now. Now I'm official. You get me? So then, and then that's another part to the story what I didn't get into. Like even when I've gone to the hospital and whatever else, the police are coming to me and they're saying like, "Yo, what's going on?" You get me? What's going on? So I'm like, what do you mean? What's going on? He says, "Listen, there's like 20 of your friends outside now. They're basically locked off the hospital to make sure I'm safe." So my man's like, "Yo, what's going on?"
Right.
You get me? I'm saying, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
So then with all these kind of things, and then when they're rolling me off to the theater to get my operation, I'm just seeing bare man at the door, and it's like they've locked off the thing. So it's like the realness of the situation. I'm not even grasping that. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sat there thinking, right, I nearly lost my life. I'm more thinking about the get back. Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking about, nah, man's all right, cool. You understand what I'm saying? I need to get out of here. And you know what I mean?
I got you.
So it's mad. It's mad.
The thing is, a lot of our brothers are warriors, man. The only thing is that what's the word? Our aggression is misdirected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you are is a warrior. You know what I mean? But a lot of our brothers are warriors. They'll get shot, get stabbed, and they're back on the road again. You know what I mean? We just our aggression is misdirected, but we're supposed to fight for our nation. That's what. That's so I asked that question because I asked another brother the same question, and he said,
I think it was two other brothers the same question.
Khan, sir.
And they said the exact same thing he said is what they said, and is the, as they say, the combination of youth and being a man. Like you already buy into something, so you know, okay, I'm going to defend this. This is what I'm doing. This is my life. So it's like hazards of the life. It's like if you're playing for Chelsea or Manchester or Liverpool or whatever, and somebody kick you on your ankle or you break your foot, you're not going to quit playing ball because somebody break your leg. That's like hazards of the job. You know what I mean? But to the outside, somebody looking, man, you get shot, you're supposed to quit. You know, you don't understand. This was the job that I decided to do at that time. And once again, this is why the systems in place, our oppressor who is over us, he needs our youth across the board to push all our energy, all our thought, all our innovation into that. Because if he does not do that, the natural way things would go is we would start to aim that at him.
That's right.
If we don't fight each other, we would start fighting what oppresses us.
That's right.
So he gave us an enemy that looks just like us. When that's normal. If you're in a house with your brothers, you and your brothers scrap and fight every day. Your brothers and sisters, you all might have disagreements. But that don't mean that this brother is your enemy. You'll just have a disagreement. But when it's somebody from a whole other nation oppressing you, that's something different. So he had to keep us in that kind of bubble, encased in that thing, to make sure that aggression that we show to each other never turns to him.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Sorry, bro. So you know when you first done your first video, you're just talking about your life experiences. Did you know it would bust, or would you just make it for the sake of it?
Nah, cause you know what I done. I done one when I first got out. I got out last year. So when I first got out, I done one then. Do you know what I mean? And that one, it got a good. I had good feedback off it. Do you know what I mean? I had a few people reach out to me and saying like, "Bro, keep doing your thing, keep pushing red." But then, with like the stresses of life and whatever else, now it's like I fell off. I'm lying. You know what's happened? I've heard two men having a conversation about me. You know, two men from my past. Saying like, "Raw, my man's out here talking about motivational speaker and red, you understand what I'm saying?" So then I've allowed that to then mess with my mental, and then said, "Right, yeah, you know what? Forget this, man. Like I ain't doing that." You understand what I'm saying? And then I fell off.
You made it play on your ego or your manhood.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Like they played with my ego, and then my ego and pride got in the way. So then I'm thinking, yeah, nah, you know what? Nah. I ain't seeing nothing from this. I ain't making. But then I thought to myself, the whole point of this journey was to spread my story in it. You understand what I'm saying? To put my story out there for the next generation. So with all these stories, man, saying you could get a youth that's even considering getting involved. You could have a youth that's involved, and then certain things are happening, but you're not seeing it. Cause all these stories I'm telling, when they're happening to me, I'm not seeing it for what it really is. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like shots are ringing out and a man's running inside, knows I'm there, but then you shut in the door. You understand what I'm saying? Like you should be asking yourself these questions like, rah, my man really locked me up. Shots are ringing out, you know, and you're shutting the door on, man. Then you go on.
No, go ahead, finish.
Yeah, but then it's like you still continue to like basically lie to yourself and say, nah, obviously, like my man's just, you know, you understand what I'm saying? But realistically, you have to check the situation of any of these situations I've been in. It could have ended differently. You understand what I'm saying?
If I could say,
yeah, go ahead.
That's what I really wanted you on the show for, because the I.S.U.P.K's organization was built on brotherhood, and both of your stories, like black people, we teach black people should love each other, man, and die together. It must be. We had an incident in America where we have a demonstration on the streets, and you know, a lot of white people came against these brothers on the streets from the I.S.U.P.K and put guns to them and so forth. And these brothers stood strong and fought to the death. So we're strong on brotherhood and loyalty. And what I noticed from both of your videos, you was getting shot at and your brethren locked the door on you. Another one, you was in town and your brethren ran off. So I really want to speak to you about loyalty, even in title, put loyalty in there. So I want to know, like, at the end of all this, you know, in the UPK, we would teach brothers to be loyal, man. You know what I mean? To put your fear aside. So at the end of this, is it, as you said, that there's no loyalty in this whole thing, or there's no one that really got your back in this, do you believe, or?
You know what it is? You know, for me, yeah, my personal opinion, it's like, you know, I feel in that situation, you're like an asset. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, if you're known for putting in work, if the streets are fire or the streets are on fire and it's hot and whatever else, you're kind of needed, if you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if there's no beef on the streets or whatever, now you become a liability. So you're once an asset, but now you're a liability car. There's no beef. So say if we're in the club and people know your mentality, like something happens, a man might get barged or whatever, you then become a liability in that situation. But if man are on road and it's beef and you've got that mentality, now you're an asset. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think there's no loyalty in this thing. None at all.
So for anyone that don't know, what happened, I'll give you a brief. His brother was being shot at, and his friend ran in the house and closed the door on him. Then he got shot in his back, beaten up, and he's phoning his friend, say, come pick me up, and his friend wouldn't pick him up. He said, I can't see you. Then later on in life, his friend said, the reason why I didn't get you is because I thought they had a gun to your head, and you're trying to lure me into a trap, man. And I saw that, and it broke my heart, man. You know what I mean? You come to I.S.U.P.K, bro, we'll teach you real brotherhood, man. Brothers here would die for each other, man. So lucky, so you want to chime in on that, sir?
Yeah, no, I think it was the same question that you asked. I was gonna because I saw the tape. The brother sent me the tape that he did. They sent me the part 1 and then the part 2. The part 1 where he was relaying the story about when you asked him to go get a knife because he wasn't sure if the other had gun. And then you say, you look at and you see where he closed the door, but then you're playing it back how everybody else is damn that everybody else react before you react. And I'm you sitting here and you just thinking about it now, in here in the UPK, we see things a whole lot different because for us, blood comes first.
That's right.
When I say blood, meaning if you are descendants of a cotton picker, sugarcane cutter, or any one of the native people of the Americas, whether it's a Taino Indian, Carib, Arawak, like you are the 12 tribes of Israel. And here, because we obey certain laws, these laws of the Bible, because we live by a certain code, a certain creed, our people lives come first. So now when we hear stories, we hear stories all the time that's similar to yours. And you realize now that, okay, there's definitely no loyalty there because the loyalty is to what this person can gain. As you say, at one point you're an asset, and another time a paycheck might be a man's asset. Control of a block might be the asset. A promise of a car, a woman might be the asset, which is like the lowest form of betrayal ever. You know what I mean? You set up your homie for some broad. It's ridiculous. So that's what I was just gonna ask about. Like, and I know you said after when you came out, it was still on your mind, and you had called the brother up again. And okay, even that is so much to our story where we wonder what makes men do certain things.
Yeah.
And there's certain trauma you go through mentally that you just never really get over. And some brothers are able to funnel that in a different way. Like what you try to do here now to tell young brothers, don't go down that road. That road only have a certain end, which is pain, either death or pain. Whether it's pain in prison, pain laid up in a bed, crippled, whatever. But some brothers don't go down that road. Some brothers and sisters, that they act that pain out in society. And now when the news come, the BBC, the Sky, whatever, they'll report it like he just spazzed out. He was crazy. It ain't that. Yeah. Like what we literally go through is PTSD.
That's right.
Post-traumatic stress syndrome. It's a stressful thing that left a mark in your mind. And just because of who we are, they will never see it like that. They will always see us like we just a bunch of angry black men. Why are we so loud? Why are we so aggressive? Why are we so this? But when the Pakistanis do it, or the Ethiopians, or the Somalians, or the Afghanistanis, they say, well, you know what? England did invade their people. England did bomb their people. Or America bombed their people. So what do you expect the children to do? Like they see an excuse or a plausible reason for when their people do certain things. But when it comes to us, nah, you just are angry. You no good. You this, you that. And it makes it harder to turn that ship around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you now stuck with this betrayal and you don't know how to move past it. Even if you start, mentoring young men, that's still there.
Yeah.
It's still there. It's like, damn, now you're looking at it now like I was ready to die for these brothers. I didn't mind dying for them, but I didn't expect them to set me up to die.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That thing could haunt you. That's like the boogeyman. That shit could haunt you for the rest of your life and turn you into a different person. So that's what I was going to interject with. Like, you know, even now, okay, seeing what it is, right? How from your point of view, how do you see? Is there a difference now with the newer generation, or is it the same as before, or is
I
it
feel,
reckless?
go on. I feel in this day and age now, it's like what people call a roadman has become a trend. You understand what I'm saying? Whereas back in the day, if you see a man dressed in certain clothes or colors or whatever, it's either a gang thing or clothes of no description. So the 5-0 can't say, oh, he had on, say, a Nike jumper and Adidas trainers. You understand what I'm saying? Man would go out there with like plain clothes on.
Right.
But nowadays, I feel it's more become a trend. Do you know what I mean? So it's like man will say, "Oh, I'm a roadman," and you've never been on the roads. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's like back in the day, man would say, "Oh yeah, I'm a roadman."
Right.
You're just a man in it. You understand what I'm saying? But you're from the roads. But nowadays, it's like I'm a roadman and I'm this and I'm that, and everyone talks the same. You get what I mean? Everyone's got. It's like back in the day, you could tell where a man was from by the way he spoke. Now it's almost like everyone speaks the same.
That's right.
You get what I mean? So it's more just become a trend. Yes, it's all just become a trend.
I see exactly what you're saying, and that's even more destructive now because now you have white people, not just white people, because I know England has that Asian population that love our culture a lot. They don't like us, but they love our culture. They love the music. They love our women. They love how we walk, talk, and dress. And it's damn near like that part of our society that they say is negative, when for us at one time that was just straight survival. You wasn't growing up as a road man. You was just a man who
trying to survive, innit?
Yeah, you trying to survive. But they call us roadmen, and then over time, they should get glorified, and now they marketing it now. So now it's more like it's fun to be. I could, do this voluntarily with no, I'm not faced with the lack of opportunity like before. But now it's cool to do this. It's cool to do that until somebody get laid up.
That's right.
You know what I mean? When somebody finally get laid up, then, now I'm not all the way there with that. Now, it's different. So I think right now it's snowballing into something where the heathens, the other nations around us, they could market and profit off of it. They own all the stores, just on a basic level. They'll own everything that we buy for it. The shoes, clothes, the jackets, the knives. Even if it's drugs men peddling, the drugs ain't coming from us. We ain't bringing nothing across the borders. We ain't bringing nothing from Romania or from Turkey. We're not doing that. You know what I mean? So it's damn near like it's profitable for them to keep that to pump the culture up then, to pump it up.
Yeah.
But we die. We the one who suffer the losses. So like, go ahead.
So yeah, I like what you're saying. I remember back in the day, roadman was a derogatory term, man. People say,
yeah,
man, looking like some roadman.
Yeah.
Black people start something and all these nations take it and then make it fashionable. Nowadays, I'm driving, I'm seeing a JD billboard, man. And what's on there? Tracksuits. And who's wearing them? Other nations are wearing them. White people's wearing them. When at one point, a tracksuit was derogatory. Oh, man, that's a
yeah.
I mean, and that's how they had them black roadman dress, man. And now they're taking our culture and making millions, man. You know what I mean? For to add that. And so a question online, someone said, can they ask what's your views on trust after your experience? If that's okay, if you want to add to that.
Yeah, no, you know what it is? Like, I feel you trust. You can't just go into a situation and say, yeah, I trust my man. You understand what I'm saying? Trust is earned. Like, you see, when I'm saying what I'm saying, like, don't get it twisted. I ain't bitter towards nobody. You understand what I'm saying? Everything that I've been through just made me look at who I'm loyal to. You understand what I'm saying? Who I trust within a situation. So you can trust people, but don't get me wrong. Like, there's people out there that I trust, but it's different levels of the thing. Like, for real.
I get that. All right.
I fully get it with that. I don't know if you all saw a clip. There was a clip recently with Casanova, the rapper from New York.
Yeah.
He was on Breakfast Club with, who was the other guy he was with? T.I. And they was asking them the same thing about trust and loyalty. And he was trying to make them understand they couldn't understand it.
Yeah.
And he was basically saying certain things similar to what you're saying, where, there's a difference. You know who you're loyal to, you know who you trust based on the situation.
Yeah.
And it's on the business, because at the end of the day, if he in the streets or he doing whatever.
So I can say, General here. Up on yup. How about Shem? So I can say, Katam was in the building, sir.
Say again?
The General Katam.
Oh, Most Christ, Salaki. I didn't hear what you say. Salaki. General. He came on the chat?
Yeah, it's a Shalom, sir.
Okay, Musa and Christ. Shalom, General. It's Salaki, brother. That's one of the generals in the school. That's how we always salute the brothers who lead this nation, you know what I mean? Who run this government that we in. So Casanova, he was basically, saying that there's a difference based on it, because depending on the business at hand, what's at stake is going to drive up the trust or the loyalty.
Yeah.
And he's trying to explain it to them, and they couldn't understand it. And then he flip it on them. He say, y'all do it too. He say, y'all in the Breakfast Club, you trust that this person coming to work today and blah, 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 blah. But are you going to tell, they had this one named Charlemagne who always talk reckless.
Yeah, I know Charlemagne, yeah.
Are you going to trust him that he going to be loyal to you, your secrets? And then the girl started to laugh and said, nah, I'm not going to do it. And he said, you see, but you all work together. He said, so it's the same thing. But just because it's street stuff and drug stuff, now you'll act like you all can't see it. And it's the truth. It's the same situation with less options and less resources. So now the aggression started to go up. The lack of care for the next person started to go up, because it's just more at stake.
Yeah.
There's more at stake. So I want to ask you too now. So now, with the position you're at, where do you see yourself, or what was the plan you had in mind? Of, okay, you made these tapes, you're starting to, make these videos about your life, your experience, to shed light to the next generation coming.
Yeah.
Where do you see it going? Was it something you just felt to do as a one time, or?
No, it's like I was just saying before, it's something that I'm gonna do. So it's like, I look at it like I've got years experience within this situation. Do you know what I'm saying? So with every story I'm telling, there could be somebody out there that's experiencing one of these things. Do you know what I mean? So then it's like, because when I was growing up, when I've got people telling me about this life, I'm looking at you like, but you haven't lived this life, so how are you going to tell me? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And if you've got someone that's lived the life and been through it, and then if I'm talking a language that you're understanding, you're gonna like naturally hear what I'm saying, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, what could any of these young youths on road be going through that I've not been through? You know what I'm saying? So the loyalty from your friends, being shot at, being shot, going to prison, all these kind of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I've got the experience to talk to them in a way that they're gonna understand. You know what I mean?
Right. And let me ask you this too: how does it differ from male to female? Because now, I don't know when it started, but I know for sure you have a greater presence. The young sisters, quote unquote roadmen too. You know what I mean? Being involved more than before. They existed before, but not so much on the front.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now is more like, what do you see? Is there a difference? Is it the same thing as just as with women, or?
No, not. It's like, because even when we was doing what we was doing back in the day, there was like women around, but I feel it's for me to, like, I can relate to them on like a road thing. I've seen it. Do you know what I mean? I've seen these young girls around and whatever else and doing what they're doing. But more time, I feel like, you see, for me, the girls that was around us, like, you're kind of looking for love. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're kind of looking for acceptance. This is what you're looking for. Do you know what I mean? Car the girls ain't going out gang banging and doing whatever they're doing. It's more like they want to be seen with the man them.
Right.
Do you get what I mean? So it's more like a handbag to them. all these girls are chatting about these Birkins and whatever else. Is like,
right.
We was the Birkins back then. You know,
Right.
so the Burberrys and all them kind of things. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm with my man. He's from the roads and he's this and he's that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it was almost like, oh, my baby dad's in jail. What's he in jail for? For murder. And it's almost like, rah, yo, her baby dad's official car is in prison for murder. But then you're not thinking about it. You're not thinking about your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like you're not pre in the situation to the point where now your child is growing up with a parent in prison for murder.
Right.
But to the mother now, it's like it's a fashion statement.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I mean? So if the kids in this generation are thinking them kind of same things, they're the kind of talks that I would tell them. Do you know what I mean?
I got you. No, even with that too, okay, it speaks volumes because women from, ever since the beginning of time have always been attracted to power. You know what I mean? The same way they would, chase after the athlete or, the big businessman is the same way where it's damn near like, the first figure of power in a woman's life is her father. That's the first, image of power or the first male influence that's in her life. That's the spirit of power, right? Even if she grows up with her mother is the ruler of the home. But when that man, whichever man the mother is dealing with, masculinity and the power that comes from masculinity is most dominant in any society. So now she's seeing that and now she's going to be chasing after that. And okay, it speaks volumes because they like to paint us like we so lost as a people and we so destroyed. But the regular building blocks is there. The brothers is there ready for war, ready to defend, just like how you would have the Royal Army or the Navy or the SEALs or whatever. You will have the economy, the commerce right in there. No matter what it is they're selling, there's still commerce. There's still certain rules, certain cultural rules we have in our community. We always like to refer to the no snitching thing, right? That's a cultural law amongst us that we keep as a people. I'm not saying it's righteous or anything. I'm just saying there's certain things there that we have that we could build a nation if we could take them same principles and put it on another playing field. The same woman would now, instead of their baby daddy being a murderer, he would be a mighty man fighting for the nation.
That's right.
You understand? There would be commerce in there. There would be no snitching would now become no dealing with the other nations. They ain't coming in here to sell no business, to set up no business. They ain't doing nothing. We'll trade with you. If we have lumber and you have wool, we'll meet on the border and we'll trade. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, they would look at our life now and make us feel like we're so filthy and disgusting when we actually living a more realistic life than they do. You know what I mean? Without the protections of, the societal protections of, the way how society is built up with the police, the law, you have your internet and stuff like that. If it was straight up, wake up in the morning and hit the ground and dig and plant and do this and do that, our society would strive. Because really, that's what we're doing. We're surviving based on our labor, our work, what we could do. That whole putting in work. What do you think it's going to have to be if I have how much head of cattle and the other side don't have nothing to eat? I'm going to need put in some work to defend this because my people need to eat. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like as a people, we'll never look at it like that. We'll look at the doctor and the lawyer like, that's the aspiration, which is nothing wrong with being a doctor or a lawyer. We need medical professionals. We need men who are skilled in the law. However, you cannot now belittle or trivialize the man who's surviving in the street or the woman who's surviving in the street because the skills they have is really on a ground level what you need to run a nation. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's damn near like you have to take the same principles, the same core, the same building blocks that's there, and transfer it somewhere else where now we could really thrive as a nation, man and woman. Like no separation. When I say no separation, meaning it ain't just the brothers or it ain't just the sisters. We in here we don't separate the sexes. It's not equality of sexes either. The men rule. It's still the father is in charge of the house. That's how it is in the Bible. That's how it is in life. But we ain't going nowhere without our women, and our women ain't going nowhere without us. You know what I mean? In society, there's a whole separation where the battle of the sexes. That is anti-Christ. That's anti-spirit. It's anti-nation building. That's why the white man society is such a mess, because it's like his woman want to rule over him, and then he want to fight his woman, and they have no unity. But when you look at us and what we do and how we roll, you take the same principles, the same people, the same warriors, and give us a real commodity to push, to grow. You will see a real nation.
That's right.
You get the point? You'll see a full-out nation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Krati was going to say something?
Just one final question, brother. Again, as black people, we all suffer no matter what city you're from. You know what I mean? We all go for the same thing. There's gang, as you know, the gangs in Brum, gangs in London. What do you feel about Manchester? Because the reason being why I asked this is because when people think of gangs, they straight away think of London. I remember Dizzy Rascal had an interview and said his first show in Manchester, he didn't know black people was even in Manchester. He said, he thought Manchester was countryside. Like, what would you want to say to people like out there and let them know that? You know, like, what I mean is like, what would you like to say in regards to that? Because a lot of people think that black people in Manchester are living good, they ain't suffering.
Yeah, I had it for the full 12 years in jail. Like when I'm in jail with like London, man, they think everything outside of London is countryside. You understand what I'm saying? Like we used to have this argument all the time.
And they call it
like
country.
They say, oh yeah, country youth, like you man a country youths and everything's all horses, and you understand what I'm saying to you? And I'm saying like it's not that, you understand what I'm saying? But it's just I have this saying where I say it's the same struggle, different city. You understand what I'm saying? Like everyone goes through the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? All right, London gets more publicity because it's the capital.
Right.
But at the same time, to me, that doesn't mean that they're more greasy or it's more ruthless down there than it is in, say, Manny and Brum.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But nowadays, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Like, it's everywhere. There's gang violence everywhere.
That's right. I just wanted to put it out there because a lot of black people think that, we only suffer in this city. Listen, black people all over the globe, not even just England, are suffering, man, in the same thing. So I wanted to put that out there. A lot of Londoners, they call anything outside London conch. Oh, you're from conch. Everywhere is conch, man. But let you know that black people as a whole, we all suffer, man. We all know about drugs.
One thing I learned in jail as well, when I was with certain Birmingham, man, like the way it is in Brum, it's not really like that in Manny, you know. Like everyone's kind of gets along, if you know what I mean. Like, you got certain areas where people might have been racist in the 90s or whatever, but everyone gets along. But then when I was in jail with man is telling me like, if you go to certain areas in Brum, it's saying no blacks or whites after a certain time. I'm thinking, right, that's mad, you know.
Yeah, Brum is mad segregated. Like you got
Asian. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like mad segregated.
I wanted to make that black people we all go for the same thing, man. You know what I mean? For all
definitely.
For the same. That's the point I wanted to make, man. You know, I've traveled a lot, so I've seen it all. I remember when they used to call Manchester Gunchester, man. Manchester ain't no walk in the park, man. It's not Emmerdale Farm, and everywhere we're suffering. Everywhere we go, we're suffering.
Yeah.
All know the same thing, man. In America, Jamaica, the islands, wherever the case may be, man. But brother, again, man, you know what I mean? Thanks for having me on the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Keep doing your stories, man. They're good, man. They're popping, they're blowing up, man.
Definitely, bro.
Captain Chat right here is a KB fan, you know what I mean? And KB posted you and everything, shouted you out. I see you on many different platforms, man. And just keep doing your thing, you know what I mean?
Man. I want to also say too, you know what I mean? Sometimes like this world would encourage you. Like you would have been super famous now had you got back on the track you was on before.
Yeah.
And, you like everybody would have pushed you. Nobody would have had a problem with you. But the minute you start to do things to change the lives of black men, now something wrong with you. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't let that stop you. Don't let that get to you. And I know the tip you on right now. But I definitely want to give you an invitation to come check us out and see what we do. This ain't no force or anything. This is just an open invitation. Anytime you're ready.
Yeah.
We also in Manchester as well. Yeah, I want to invite you if you want to come down to Birmingham in December. What day is Hanukkah?
December the 9th, sir.
December the 9th is Hanukkah. I think it's a Friday. You could come down to Brum, just get in contact with the brothers. And, we organize, lodge and everything for you to come on down. It's a feast day we have that's biblical. It's in the Apocrypha. It's the Feast of Hanukkah, which is the feast of the rededication of the temple. And just to get you short, this is when the Romans came into Jerusalem and slaughtered us and took us out of the Holy Land. And there was one brother who had sons who decided he was not going to eat pork. They wanted him to eat pork. And pork, according to our biblical law, is unclean. It's abomination for us to even touch. And King told him, if he say, you come and be the first, he say, you a strong man, you a man, the Negroes going to follow, the Hispanics, the Native Indians, the Jews, they're going to follow you. He said, come first and be the king's friend and eat the pork. And that brother got so angry, he killed the king's officer and the king's entourage and told the nation, anybody who is zealous to follow the Lord, come follow me. And he went up into the hills. He raised his sons up, and his sons went and made war with the Romans and killed them and took back our temple. So because of that, every school we have schools all over the earth. We have schools in the UK, DC, West Coast, California, Canada, Jamaica, Trinidad, Brazil. Wherever we have schools, we always keep the Feast of Hanukkah because there's a righteous form of violence for black men. There's a righteous form of warfare for black men. And that's just to stand for the words of the Lord and to stand for your nation. So we keep that feast to remember it every year. Where we come down, we get together, eat, drink, music, have fun. The kids come out. You know what I mean? We ain't Christian. It ain't that type of thing. You will come down and see for yourself. I definitely I try to invite every guest we have on here so they can see the difference and experience something that I guarantee you probably never experienced before. You know what I mean? No, I ain't forcing you, but we definitely would love to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Time we come up Manchester, I'm definitely gonna try to, let the brothers link up with you. I know definitely when I come over to UK, I'm gonna definitely try to shout you out. You know what I mean? See if I can come up and vibe with you a little bit. But thanks for coming on the show. And again, strength, brother. You mightn't see it now, but the things you're doing to care for black men is something the world hates. The minute you start talking about what happens to black men and even the women, the world hates that. Everybody busy crying for Nigeria right now, but Mark Duggan was the criminal of the century. They make a whole movie on him. They try to make him out to be like he was fucking John Gotti. You know what I mean? Rashawn Charles. They put the whole hand down this brother's throat. Young brother. Didn't have nothing on him. But the minute you start caring for black people, now you this, you that, or you soft. They try to flip it on you. Never stop caring for your people, man. Never stop doing that. You keep doing what you're doing, man. I pray the Lord be with you and strengthen you in it. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you for coming on too, brother.
All right. Yes. Yeah, man.
Anything else you wanted to say before you roll? Oh, he gone? Ain't no sweat. All right, let's take a quick break. That was a good guest to have on too. You know what I mean? It was real good to bring that brother on. Yeah, I don't think we ever had anybody from up north.
Nah, sir.
You know what I mean?
So again, we're gonna go for a quick break, 2-3 minute break. Make sure you call 079 607 46784 079 607 46784, and we're back here.
Do me a favor. You could play his interview.
Color one concert.
Just play pieces of it during the break. All right.
All right. So color one concert.
That's another slapping niggas thinking that I'm famous.
cake, gelato, blue shells, I'm sparkle. From you see me in my shades, I'm high. He had some regular weed, some lemon ammy or cheese. I told him hit one of these and get right. Chillin' watching Narco, Big Zoo, I'm sparkle. Feet up on a Friday night. I get high with my homies, I get high on my lonely. Smoky, I'm on a Friday vibe. Birthday.
Early 06, late 05, early 06, yeah. So we're all chilling. I was chilling with a couple man outside my brethren's house, yeah. And then a man from down the road's come over. And then he said to man, oh, has anyone got a mic lead? Has anyone got a mic lead? So I said, no, man ain't got no mic lead, G. Then as we're chatting, I've seen 3 men pull up on bike down the road from where we was. One of them had a full face belly on, the other one had a bandana on, and then the third guy that was there, he didn't. Have a belly on, but we recognized who the third guy was. Do you know what I'm saying? So with recognizing who the third guy was, you can kind of make out who the other two are. Now these man shouldn't really have been in the ends. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm outside my brethren's gaff. The man that's come for the mic lead, I'm saying. So bear that in mind for this story. So now I've been to my mum's and with one of my brethren's. So now as I've left my mum's, I've gone round to the shops and that, yeah. So as I'm in the shop, I've gone in the shop. There's 2 gal outside, but I've gone in the shop, so my brethren's waiting outside. I've gone in the shop, done what I was doing, then we fucked off. So then the next day now, My brethren's saying to me, rah, yo, these girl, you know, this girl, she wants a link man, innit? She wants a link man, you coming. So I'm like, oh, I can't really be asked, you know. Mom's like, nah, come man. So I'm saying, all right, cool, fuck it, whatever, I ain't doing nothing, fuck it, I'll come. Turns out, when I was in the shop, yeah, one of the gal I've said to my brethren, said, rah, is that KPB? So my man's like, yeah, of course his mum was like, rah, how come my man's round there, man? So my brethren's gassing up the thing. So I'm like, yeah, my man don't care, he does what he wants. And you know what I'm saying? Overly gassing the things. And the gal said to my brethren, give him my number, tell him to shout me, but he's never told me this. He's took the number, gone home, and then he's phoning the gal, but pretending to be me in it. You understand what I'm saying? So now she's saying, rah, come and link me. So that's why he's running me down to come and link the gal with him, because the gal's expecting me in it, but I'm none the wiser. I'm just going to link the gal with my brethren. So boom, all right, cool. We're going to link this gal, But the man that arranged the meeting, he didn't end up coming. So it was me and 3 next man. So we've gone to meet the gal. As we're en route to meet this gal, now we've cut through this little estate, Then I've seen a few, like 3 men from my side, from Alexandra Park Estate, yeah, from over that side. So I'm looking at them, they're looking at me. Some next girl say, rah, she starts shouting out my government name. So now these men are looking at me like, rah. So I'm looking at them like, yeah, so I'm fronting like I got something. I'm saying, yeah, what, man, what? Yeah, we're about. But bearing in mind, we're back round the ends where my mum lives. All right, cool. Going to meet this girl now. So we're going. We get to the location. So I'm with 3 men. So there's 4 of us in total. So now we're going. One man that's there said, yo, who's all that over there, G? Who's all that over there? So I'm like, where? But he's like, there. So I'm saying, where? My man's saying it calm, like, where? So I'm saying, where? He's like, there. So I'm saying, fuck knows, man. Stop chatting shit, man. 2 twos now I've heard, yo, back up. So I've looked, no word of a lie. I've seen about 10 black figures, and they've got me on break. You get me? They've got the barrel pointed on me and saying, right, back up. But I thought it was my little brethren, so I'm laughing like, yeah. They're saying, yeah, slipping. So I'm like, yeah, nah, you got me still, yeah, slipping. Then it started getting all hostile, like, yo, back up. So I'm thinking, raw, but the man them that I'm with, I've ran. They ran from the minute they seen figures, you get me? So now I've tried to run, dash my bike, and I started running. Shots started ringing out. Then I caught one. I felt one hit me in the back. So I'm thinking, rah. So I'm running, you get me, G? But I'm dodging and weaving. I got like 10 men chasing me, so I'm dodging and weaving. Then I must have ran into a bush thinking I'm going to do some cut through, yeah? Turns out it's a dead end. So I've turned back round. But as I've turned back round, I've ran into them. So when I've ran into them now, bang, shot's gone off again. This one lashed me in my leg. So when it's hit me in the leg, it's hit like a nerve. So my foot's gone dead. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like I'm walking with a dead foot. So I'm still trying to run. Then that's when my man's come up behind me and then shot me in the back, point blank range. You get me? So now the force of it threw me to the floor. So I fell to the floor now. Now the man stood over me, innit? So as he stood over me, my man saying to me like, rah, you know you're dead, innit? You know you're dead. So now me and him are arguing, whatever. Then I've heard one of them say, yo, go and grab them man he was with, So I'm saying, nah, forget them, man. Forget them. You don't want them, innit? You've come here for me. Like, it's me who's one. Forget that. Leave them. Just do what you're doing. Like, I'm here now. You got, man. Whatever, innit? So now, things where my man's got the strap to my head. And he's talking about, rah, you know you're dead, innit? So I'm saying, rah, bust it, man, bust it. You get me, G, bust it. So it's going on. My man's pulled the trigger, the thing's like jammed in it, gone clip. So now when I've heard that, now it's like, rah, so now me and him have got into like scuffling in it. So now me and him are scuffling. And then I just remember getting rushed. Just got rushed by Bear, man, got rushed. Fucked me up, I ain't gonna lie, fucked me up. But I'm trying to fight back, holding my own. Been shot 3 times. Then what's happened? And then got gun butted a few times and the rest of it. Then it's done in it, so it's done. They've ran off. I've got up, walked off. So now I've made it outside onto the main road. So now I'm phoning my brethren. I'm saying to him, yo, come and get me. He's like, what happened? I said, right, they shot me in it. Come and get me, man. I need to go to hospital. So he said, where are you? So I told him where I am. All right, cool. So I'm there now waiting. You get me? But as I'm waiting, I've seen a car coming, creeping. So obviously I'm seeing the car, so I've just played dead. So I've lay on the floor, played dead, yeah?
And that was the brother story right there. You can watch it. It's on the I.S.U.P.K. United Kingdom page. The brother goes into how basically when he was left for dead, he phoned his brethren, and his brethren wouldn't come get him. His brethren kept saying, I can't see you, man. And then years later, his brethren said, like, basically, I was scared to come get you. You know what I mean? I thought they had you at gunpoint right there. I wasn't going to come get you. You can watch that on the I.S.U.P.K. United Kingdom page, and his first one as well. Bedtime. So Slacky say you wanted to go into iced tea. The ice cube Slacky.
It's not. You gotta do better than if you're gonna survive the clash today. You know, you're mixing up your musicians, man.
Oh, it's Slacky say, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know, you know. I just had a child, man. Come on, baby.
Yeah. So you can blame it on the youth.
Come on, man. That crying, the cry. Come on, man. So you know how it is, man.
You can't blame it on the youth, man. Yeah. Let's touch on Ice Cube.
Kind of one concert.
All right, just to touch on Ice Cube, just to give a little perspective on him. Pull up his platinum plan.
Ice Cube platinum plan.
Pull up Ice Cube platinum plan.
Ice Cube platinum plan. I got it, sir. Zoom out.
All right. So once again, everybody, y'all could also go check out Commander John Yohana did a tape from Monday's radio show on Ice Cube. You could check it out on his channel on Facebook, Commander John Yohana. Check out the Facebook group as well, Commander John Yohana. You'll see the whole breakdown. We just do a quick cover on it. How big is it over there? How is it like major news?
Sir, I haven't really heard of it on this end.
Yeah, I really doubt that it would be that major for sure over there. It's okay. He came up with some plan called the Platinum Plan, right? Which is he thinks this is going to help Black people in America by going to the different governments and or not the governments, but the political parties, and trying to parlay for a certain amount of money to be allocated for Black Americans. Now we're finding out that this plan was only for the tribe of Judah. Of course, he didn't say the tribe of Judah, but in his mind, he's saying this is only for the descendants of slaves. The plan omitted every other tribe. Also, in his plan, what happened is he went to the Democrats first. They told him wait until after the election. Then Trump called him, or not Trump himself, but Trump administration called him and asked him to sit with them and show them the plan, which he did. They came to an agreement. Well, I'm not sure how far along with the agreement they gone, but they said they'll give him the money if he could include in the plan a budget for police to further police the inner cities, and also a budget for the immigration to help with the immigration problem. Well, you know that immigration problem is only who? Issachar, Zebulon, Levi, Benjamin.
Right. So when they talk about immigration, I heard the biggest immigrants in America are the Chinese.
Are the Asians? That's correct.
So like I said,
biggest illegal immigrants. The biggest group of illegal immigrants in America are the Asians. But ain't nobody trying to deport them though. They ain't on the border.
even with the coronavirus,
Even with the judgment coronavirus act, you would think ICE would be kicking in every, Kong Kong whole restaurant, from here to Nevada. That ain't happening.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? That ain't happening. So now, you have people up and down with Ice-Cube. Like some people saying, man, don't they're talking about canceling Ice-Cube, which meaning like not supporting him. Right? Not supporting Ice-Cube, not, turning your back on him, right? They're saying, okay, don't turn your back on him. He's just trying to help black people. What he's doing is the best thing because he's not promising them any votes, but he's making a deal. What they're missing is the white man is the devil.
That's right.
That's what they're missing, and that no matter whatever deal he is able to strike, the white man is going to break that deal with him. The white man made treaties with the Native Indians and broke every last one of them. What make you think you're different, Ice-Cube?
That's right.
You understand? What makes you think you're different? The same thing you broke up and not broke up, but you left NWA for was because Eazy and them was in bed with Jerry Heller, who is the famous Jewish manager. Right, and he was saying how he's pimping, he doing whatever, stealing the money. You say, nah, we shouldn't go to him. Now you're willing to go to a man who called NFL players' mothers sons of bitches, who said
Mexicans are criminals.
Mexicans are criminals and rapists.
Let's build the wall.
Let's build the wall. You go into a man who said, there's my African American. You go into a man who said, grab them by the pussy. You go into a man who said, if this was back in the good old days, we'll knock their teeth out. You go into a man who told the police, be more brutal with black men. When you arrest them, bang their heads on the car. When you're putting them in the car, you know how the cops will, guide your head in because you don't have no balance because your hands behind your back. He said, don't bow the head. Let them hit the head on the car. Now, if you're telling the cops to do that in public, what do you think the cops is going to do in private?
That's right.
That's right.
You know what I mean? This is the man who you're going to. And above all, this is the man who has Hispanic children drinking out of toilets on the border. You're going to make a deal with him that does not include anybody but the descendants of slaves. Ice-Cube, you'd fumble the ball.
That's right.
That's right.
You fully fumble the ball. I don't think our people really understand how much of a fumble this is. You know what I mean? And okay, you'll have some people might say the argument might be, okay, Trump, when he gave the $1,200 to, most everybody for the stimulus, right, during the corona epidemic, how they was giving away money. And they say, you didn't have a problem taking money from him. But Ice-Cube, what you don't understand is they didn't give that money out of the kindness of their heart. The economy was flopping. And then that's why it's called a stimulus. It's damn near like, when you pass out in the street and the paramedics show up and they say clear and they put that shock on you, that defibrillator on your chest. That's what the stimulus check was supposed to do. It was supposed to revive the economy because nobody was spending. Nobody was spending any money. Everybody had, the stores was closed, the spending had stopped, so the economy dropped. Furthermore, any free money from the government, it's not a gift. You earn that shit. Your parents, was, slaves for that. Your parents had their hands and feet cut off for that. Whatever they gave you free, you can't feel bad for that shit. You earn that shit. That's workman's comp. Like if you get injured on the job and you get paid for the rest of your life, that's workman's comp. You can't equate that to what Ice-Cube is doing. What he's doing, he's simple, and it could be a tinge of greediness there. Who the hell knows? But before Ice-Cube, everybody who went to Trump for money. Kanye West, Steve Harvey, all them preachers. They went to Trump because Trump was cutting checks. Now, Ice-Cube businesses, rap, music, film, and his basketball. Corona came, maybe his money is dry. I don't know. I don't know his personal business. But what I do know is this is a mistake. Going to any one of them like this is a mistake. You understand? Because now you go into them for the bill, but you're not telling black people not to vote. You understand? Go ahead.
Like I said, this is going to actually encourage black people to vote. Black people are going to say, well, I.S.U.P.K went to Trump. And that also it shows that you can't trust any black leader but Commander YAHANNA, man.
That's right.
I.S.U.P.K back in the day was on, on his black shit, and people liked him. He was linked with the Nation of Islam and so forth. And ever thought he's such a good leader. He loves black people, man. Listen, he ain't got a clue, man. He ain't got a clue. He don't know what to do. And that's why any leader, whether it's Steve Harvey, whether it's Kanye West, these are they're celebrities, man. They rap, they play ball, they do what they do. They're comedians, but what they are not is leaders of black people, man.
That's right. That's right. Like it's not love is not enough. Like loving black people, like because you feel strongly about black people, that's not enough.
That's right.
That's not enough. You know what I mean, to do anything. And he may have a strong affinity for black people. I don't know, but that is not enough to deliver black people from what we're facing right now, because you would think that, okay, what he's doing is a good thing, is he's trying the political way out. Politics didn't get us into this oppression.
That's right.
And politics is not going to get us out. Money or the lack of money did not get us into this oppression. And money is not going to get us out. The Lord is the only one who's going to deliver us. Not a platinum plan, not I.S.U.P.K, not Jay-Z, not anyone. I just see the article. Rick Ross just bought 87 acres in Georgia for $1 million, cheap as could be. None of that thing is going to help black people as long as we continue being Christians and Muslims and loving this oppressor called America or England or Brazil or wherever you're at.
That's right.
So that's just a quick touch on I.S.U.P.K. I.S.U.P.K, he is one who got tired waiting. You understand? I even to say he got tired waiting might even be trivializing, because I'm not telling anybody to just sit there and wait. You understand? That's not what I'm saying. You could do something, but what he's doing is not going to help. You understand? He should give Commander John YAHANNA 10% of what he's asking Trump for.
That's right.
I think he's asking Trump for like what, 500 billion or some shit like that, or 500 million.
So like I say, he don't know what to do with that 500 million, man. He ain't got a clue, man.
Okay, I mean, he has a plan that, quote unquote, when you lay it out, it'll work. However, the devil cometh forth not but to steal and destroy. You're making a deal with a murderer.
That's right.
You're making a deal with a rapist. You're making a deal with a drug dealer. You're making a deal with a killer. What do you think is going to happen after you shake on that deal?
That's right.
You understand? What you think is going to happen? It's a story they use in psychology. It's a they call it a proverb of the frog and the scorpion. You ever heard of it?
Yeah, kind of one concept.
The scorpion sting the frog, right? The frog and the scorpion trying to get to the other side of the water. The frog say, I'll take you over. And the scorpion say, I'll ride on your back. The frog say, well, how? You'll sting me and you'll kill me and, we'll both drown. The scorpion say, nah, I ain't gonna do that shit. The frog say, yeah, you're gonna kill me. The scorpion say, nah, I ain't gonna do it. The frog say, all right, no sweat. Scorpion jump on his back. They're going across the water. Halfway across, the scorpion stings the frog. The frog, of course, can't swim no more because he's poisoned. And as he's sinking, he said, why you do it? Both of us will die. He said, I can't help it. That's who I am. I'm a scorpion. That's what I do. I sting people. Like you don't understand. They don't. As a people, we don't understand this devil.
That's like I said. I.S.U.P.K aware how shady politics is. You can't feed black people politics. Politics is all about a hustle, man. Running a country is all about a hustle, man. In England, they didn't even have enough ventilators, man. They don't care about their own people. They had ventilators that didn't work. What, to save money? And you're going to go to a same cookie system to try to feed black people. Politics and how to run a country is all about how much money you can make, man.
Right.
They're giving off the top. They're always giving off the top and hustling and lying and shaking down people, man. And you're going to go to that same system to feed black people. It ain't going to work, man.
It's never going to work. There's nothing good will ever come out of it if they even honor him. You understand?
If I can, sir,
Go ahead.
What's odd about it as well? You mean that they want him to get this done around the election time? You mean it just happened to be just a nice time? You know what I mean? It wasn't any other time. So now it doesn't mean that they will even accept it. They could just probably make everyone think that this might happen because it's election time. So that what like he can get the black vote. But you know what I mean, like again, like it shows that he's not wise. Anyone will go, well, hang on a second, this man is racist. And now you know what I mean, it's odd that around election time he wants to have a word with me. He wants to see what he can do for me. It just doesn't make sense.
Well, you absolutely right. Election time is the only time you could catch them politicians and take them for bad because they're desperate for votes. So of course, they probably got wind of I.S.U.P.K going to the Democratic Party first, and Biden them told them wait till after the election, because even if we promise this to you now, if we don't win, we ain't fighting for you. You understand? That's basically what they're saying. And then Trump and them heard it, and being an opportunist, they saw the opportunity to gain black votes.
That's right.
They saw the opportunity to gain black votes, and they're using I.S.U.P.K. They're using him because of his credibility in the black community. When if he was in here, if he understood the art of war, if he understood, you have to resist the king.
That's right.
That's right.
You have to resist Pharaoh. You have to just like Mattathias resisted that king. What's his name? Gorgias, I believe. You have to resist him. You can't go down there and offer yourself to him. Resist that fool, man. And furthermore, we have that money in the black community, man.
That's right.
That's right.
Right? We have that money. We have less than that, and it's going to take less than that to fix black people.
That's right.
All I speak about to say is the blacks are the real Jews. Go find Command and John YAHANNA and pay your tithes. Brother, you see the black community, black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community change overnight.
Like what you said, sir, that we got that money in our community. The problem is it's in Mayweather's pocket. It's in 50 Cent's pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong people's pocket. We got it. It's there. We bought the albums. We bought the CDs. We're the reason why they're rich. We bought the pay-per-views for Mayweather. And
Exactly.
we got the money. We're the reason why all these brothers are rich, man. The problem is you got to give this money to the I.S.U.P.K, man.
That's right.
General YAHANNA, man. And he won't make one man rich and make the man call himself Money Mayweather, man. He'll make sure all of us eat, man. He'll make sure all of us are housed and we're not in cages on the border, man. We're not eating muddy water, man.
And furthermore, he'll make sure we know who we are and who our king is. That's the most important thing. Knowing who we are and knowing who our real leader is that's what's going to make a difference in the black community. Not $500 billion. You understand? Not $500 billion. Because guess what? Let's say he gets the money and he changes the black community. What will happen? What will happen if, the black community changes financially, economically, with real economic power? What will happen?
We're still going to think we're Christian. Still going to be
well, beyond that, there's something else that happened, and it's happened historically.
So like you said,
go ahead.
Like we will forget our Hispanic brothers.
No, I'm including it all. Let's say he does get the money and the black and Hispanic community changes. But you're right, because the money he's asking for is not including the Hispanic community. But let's say he does get it and it includes everybody. From history, what will happen?
Oh, concept. With the oppressor, he will want it back. He will ransack whatever we have, and he will want it back eventually.
Brother, slavery ended in America in 1860 or 1866 or something like that. Tulsa, Oklahoma was formed and burnt down in 1920, which means it had to be formed before that. You understand? If it was burned down in 1920 or 21, it had to have been in existence before that. So you mean to tell me between 1960 and 1920, which is just about 50 or 60 years, free slaves and Native Indians got together and formed what they say it was, 40 city blocks of business black-owned banks, black-owned schools, businesses, doctors, and lawyers. 50 years out of slavery. 1920, America was going through the Great Depression. But you still had places like Seneca City, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, that was black contained and self-sufficient. America dropped bombs on Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know, you're going about this the wrong way. You know what I mean? And this is probably, you know, it's good to see the, you know, black community turn and drag I.S.U.P.K a little bit for this.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, what happened to fuck the police? What happened to that?
Straight out the White House now.
Yeah, that was not the right thing for him to do.
That's right.
That was absolutely not the right thing for him to do. And furthermore, to be from LA and leave out the Hispanic tribes, you know, yeah, that I can't endorse that. I cannot endorse that.
I've been to LA, man, and it's brothers from I.S.U.P.K mainly, but Hispanics everywhere. How you grew up around these brothers, man, and don't include them, that beats me as well, man. You know what I mean? But anyway, we got a video we're gonna go into about a barrister in the UK, which is what like a solicitor or a lawyer, some may call, and she's on the news. And she's having a discussion, and she believes that the legal age for consent should be 13 years of age, man. Can you believe that? 13 years of age, man. That's like. Could you imagine your daughter coming home 13 years old, just hitting puberty, man, talking about, yeah, this is my boyfriend, and you can't do nothing about it because it's technically legal, man. So we're gonna go into the video, man. And, so like I said, try keep composure, okay?
This is a white man. This is
it's a devil being interviewed by an East Indian who is a news reporter who was in the news a lot of the time, and she believes 13 should be a better age. At the moment, it's 16. I think it's 18 for homosexuals. Not like no one cares, but it's 16 at the moment. I don't know. Being a homosexual is illegal anyway. But yeah, she believes, 13, man. 13, I think in grade 7 when you're 13 years old, man. Damn. Well, I'm gonna get it right now.
On the age of consent, reducing it to 13. I mean, what is your thinking on that? Is it that people are being accused of paedophilia who aren't paedophiles in your view?
My thinking on that was that the age of consent was raised, as you will see when you read the article, the age of consent was raised from 13 to 16 in 1885, following a huge moral panic, which led to the Criminal Law Amendment Act, which incidentally criminalised male homosexuality. And what it did was react to a newspaper scandal about the Victorian sex trade, which greatly exaggerated the role of underage prostitution. So it was a knee-jerk reaction to an outcry caused by a newspaper. And one of the reasons why I wrote my piece for Spite was that I'm fascinated by the parallels between the Victorian moral panic of the 1880s and what we're seeing now, which is this media revolution with sex crime and with underage sex. And it all comes together in the Savile case, and it was all coming together in the Victorian times when the law
do you not
changed.
see how lowering the age of consent?
My point was that if you take the view that the age of consent was raised in response to a moral panic in the 1880s, we've stripped away the gay sex criminalisation bit of that act. If you strip away the other bit, which is to say the age of consent gets back down to where it was, then you've got the law back to where it was before the moral panic arose. Now, I'm not advocating either rape or compulsory sex, yeah? I'm just simply saying that I think the age of consent in this country at the moment is too high.
And you don't see how that could be abused?
Well, rape is rape, whatever age you are.
Barbara Houston, very controversial views. I'm sure we'll have a big...
Okay, I don't... What's the point she's making about the rape?
Shoot, because if you have sex with someone who's underage, that's considered rape. So she's saying rape is rape. She's not about forced rape. She's saying that's rape, but she also believes that the age limit what it's at right now is too high. If you ask me, 16 is probably a bit too low. If you ask me,
I think she listening to GMS.
It must be, sir.
I think she's listening to GMS. That sounds like a GMS dream come true. They're probably making tapes right now. They're like 13, sending text messages and tweets. Hashtag 13. Because they're getting to have sex with girls at 13 years old.
So
That's
like
crazy.
they can't wait for the borders to open. I know they all got their passports ready, ESTA form, visa.
That's crazy. Yeah, that is crazy. And okay, but what is even her reason for trying to lower the age?
She's saying that a lot of men are being locked up wrongfully. She probably got a pedophile in her family, and she wants him out. And she's saying she goes, it only changed in 1880. So she's saying before that it was 13 anyway, so we might as well put it back. That's her argument. But
that is crazy. So wait, they say in England in 1880, the age of consent was 13.
Color one cancer. So it wasn't that long ago, to be honest.
That's crazy.
So like you said, if a Mesa,
you
know what I mean? It's just right now, from what she said, Ed, it's like this. She must get sick of always having to lock up white people, 6 years.
That's what it is.
10 years. And really, what it is it just hurts her that much that, she would rather just bring the age down. In court, she's always, 5 years, 6 years.
That's right.
You did this, you did that. And she loves her race that bad that, she'd rather just bring the age down. That's what. With that crime, it is a white crime.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That is, of course, you know what I mean? There's some Eastern Indians and that.
And some GMS members.
Yeah, and that as well, sir. But like that is a white man's offense. And now I bet you know what I mean? She's always locking them up and it's hurting her. So now what does she want to do? Just bring the age down. That's to me really what it seems, sir.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. Like she is now, we have to find a way to stop this, these Pakis and these white men from being locked up.
I don't want cancer because they said that 80% of sex offenders are white males in their 40s. That's the stats. 80% of them, and sexual offenders only get like 4 years, man. And then they said gun crime is 75% black male, and gun crime you get 10 years, man, and knife crime also. So again, like there is, I think personally she wants to lower it so white people don't get locked up as much. Well, they won't get locked up at all actually because they'll be 13. Damn,
brother, we live in a sick place, Ark. We are absolutely living in a fully sick place.
So like I said, if I'm correct, in the Bible, there's no age on a woman, really. It's more on how she develops and her father thinking if she's ready.
Yeah, when she's past her flower. Pull that scripture for me, Ark.
Kind of one cancer.
When she's past the age of her flower. You get the point? But that is an absolute sick thing, Ark.
White mama say basically, so you got a daughter that's 12 years old. The day midnight on her birthday, a man can lie with your daughter, man. Oh,
that's crazy.
So like I said, if
you
add on something, and also to like what she doesn't get to is that okay, even if they do bring the age down to, you know what I mean? It's like this, they want to do the wrong thing. So, okay, then it's like this, even if by a law that like they are allowed to, then guess what? They're going to want an, you know what I mean? They're going to want an 1-year-old, a 6-year-old, 11-year-old. Why? Because it's something wrong in them. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? If she thinks that's going to help something, it's not. Because why? They want to offend. They want to do what's wrong. And by her thinking, well, if you just bring the age down, that's going to just solve everything. No, it's not. They want to offend and do what's wrong and think, look, man, I've gotten away with this. So, you know what I mean? Like, that is not going to help nothing. What helps is if you fix that individual. So for me.
Listen, I'll tell you what helps. A coffin.
That's right.
That's right.
A coffin and a graveyard. You know what I mean? And that's what helped. A coffin and a graveyard, that's what helped. Turn him into a duppy him. Quick.
That law don't apply in my house. It applies in England, but not my house.
Not in my house.
Different set of rules, man.
Yeah, totally different set of rules in there. I'm gonna tell you straight up.
The death penalty is in my house. Trust me. It might not be in England, but
something is in there.
The death penalty is in mine.
Something is in there. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's death. I don't know what it is, but something is bad in there.
That's right.
I mean, that's all I could tell you. Something is bad. Brother, that's crazy. That is crazy. You found the scripture there?
One can't say. So 1 Corinthians 7:36. But if any man think that he behaveth himself uncomely toward his virgin, if she pass the flower of her age, and need so require, let him do what he will. He sinneth not. Let them marry.
Exactly. So now, once she passed the flower of her age, meaning she has to pass the flower. She has to go past that. Meaning she has to become fully developed, right? Like a flower opening. Not the minute the flower starts appearing, is the flower good. That flower has to come fully open. Anybody who ever seen a plant, the flowers start appearing a certain time, and then it grows and opens out more. Her passing the flower of her age is when that flower opens fully, and it's fully there, and it's open now. She has to become fully developed. And a girl ain't, at 13 is not fully developed, brother. I just pulled up something here. It's called The Legacy of 1885, Girls and the Age of Sexual Consent, right? The age of consent in history. In 2013, the Prime Minister David Cameron rejected calls to lower the age of sexual consent with no public debate, claiming that the age of 16 was in place to protect children. The emphasis on protection has long been common against those seeking to maintain or raise the age of sexual consent. Those who have called to lower the age of sexual consent have focused instead on the declining age of puberty, or the real age at which girls and boys engage in ostensibly consensual sexual acts with their peers. So now they're trying to say, because, over time, it seems like the age, like they're maturing younger. Like at one time, around 13, now, 12, 13, that's when the girls start getting her period. That's when the boys start going through puberty. Now you have them getting the period at 8 and 9. So they're saying because of that, you might want to consider lowering the age. But that's ridiculous, because that's not a natural thing. Like those ages are anomalies. No matter how common they might become, that ain't the normal way of it. And the scriptures say it has to go past that. So it doesn't matter where it starts. It matters when the fruit is ripe, when the bread totally raised. You get the point? When the cake totally turned, that's when you could do it. You can't just go in there and be like, the cake's smelling good, let me go eat some raw dough. You know what I mean? Let me go in that oven and eat just raw dough. Yum, yum, yum. You get the point? Let me give you some more. Right? Historically, what has been the perceived purpose of the female age of consent? Over time, the perceived purpose of sexual consent legislation has changed. These shifts and differences between the past and present meaning of sexual consent need to be acknowledged within any discussion. Policymakers will not be able to move forward unless they stop making direct comparisons to the 1885 law without acknowledging its fundamentally different purpose. So they're saying back then it was a different purpose to now. It's ridiculous. In Roman law and canon law, the age of female consent was aligned with female marriage and with puberty, particularly the ability to reproduce, which is that GMS doctrine. You see that GMS doctrine where it comes from?
That's right. Once you get your period, then what's your womb used for, man?
That's it. She able to reproduce now. So now it's time for her to have sex. They say that's Roman. That is a Roman law. That ain't our law. You understand? Maturity and marriage was expected to occur from the age of 12 for females. So at 12 years old, she mature. You're sick, nigga. You're sick. You're eating the meat raw. You're eating raw meat. Let the shit cook. Let the shit get fully cured and cooked. At the age of 12, she's mature. Are you dumb, nigga?
I know 12-year-olds that's still playing skip rope, man. I know 12-year-olds that's still playing hopscotch, man. What is a man one of those, man? And the fact that there's a debate about this is disgusting, man. What kind of, unless you know what kind of people is in the country, man.
That's it. That's who rules the country. You understand? That's who rules the country. And you know, there's certain parts you go, especially like here, you go down in the south, or even back in the island. You know, there's some 10-year-old girls that look 16. You get the point? So now, where are you drawing the line?
That's right.
Where are you really drawing the line? They say from the age of 12 for females, although in its early incarnation, the legal age of consent was flexible in line with marital arrangements. Hold on. In 1576, a new law made sexual intercourse with girls under the age of 10 a felony, while leaving offenses against girls aged 10 to 12 as a misdemeanor. So in the late 1500s, you could have sex with somebody under 10 years old.
And that's a felony.
Brother, or no, after 1576 it was a felony. Before it was fine. It is crazy. Yeah. This is a crazy place to even live in. Right?
This is the people who we go to for laws, man. We vote in 10 down the street, and look, this is their history, not ours. Their history.
This is who I.S.U.P.K wants to make a deal with.
That's right.
That's right.
This is who I.S.U.P.K is willing to make a deal with. You get the point?
Hold
on. It said protecting girls or controlling them. This is another section. The meaning of sexual consent changed in line with social shifts. Victorian legal changes reflected a number of contemporary, sometimes contradictory concerns with child welfare, working class disorder, and sexual immorality. The age of consent was changed for the first time in 1875, when the felony clause was raised from 10 to 12 and the misdemeanor clause raised from 12 to 13. It was in 1885, however, that the most significant change took place in the wake of a newspaper expose of the so-called white slave trade in young girls. Now, hear me well, the white slave trade in young girls. So this wasn't for everybody. You get the point? It's the same thing that Parasha was saying. This was to protect them little white girls. Because them white men was going after them young white girls. So they make a law to go against the white slave trade. Just like how them Pakis had the grooming houses in Birmingham. Yes, and the same thing Parasha is saying. The sex offenders is 80% white males over 40. If you do a stats of who the victims are, it ain't our girls.
That's right.
Even though some of them would go for our girls. But they're not thinking about protecting everybody. This is for protecting their people.
And that's deep, sir. Because even the grooming gangs today, they clamp down on them hard. And guess why? Because the grooming gangs up north are raping only white women, man.
Only white women.
White girls, yeah, come on. Had it been black girls, it wouldn't be on the news.
Them Paki women and them Ethiopian getting raped too, that's not on the news. You know what I mean? It's brother, there's so much more on this thing here. This whole article is good. I'm definitely share it with you. This whole thing is they have a whole section on why the age has to be 13, why the age battle is between 13 and 16. It's crazy. It is actually crazy that this is a whole thing about sex with a minor. These people are vile and disgusting.
13, man.
And this is who I.S.U.P.K wants $500 billion from. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I'm sorry to say it, brother, but he should stay in his lane. He should stick to making music.
That's right.
Making music and making movies.
Some people you should never do business with. And any man in his laws that wants to have sex with 13-year-old people, we can't do business, man. We can't.
Nah, we should not do business with them. We should not. Listen, you could pull up the tape where Trump said, "Look at my daughter." What's his daughter's name again? I forget his daughter's name. Right? He said, "Look at my daughter. Isn't she beautiful?" Say again?
Tiffany.
No, I don't think that's the name. Right?
Ivanka.
Ivanka. That's the name. Right? Trump said, if she was not my daughter, I would have sex with her.
For real?
Yes.
Shit.
I'm gonna find the tape.
I had enough. I can't deal, man.
Hold on. He said she's pretty. Hold on.
Oh, nah, man. You can't. Come on, Ice Cube, man. You can't do business with a man like that, man. You can't, man. That's crazy, man.
Brother, I'm gonna find it for you right now. Hold on.
If somebody told me this, I'll say a lie. If someone else said this, I'll say you're lying. No word of a lie.
Brother. How you know how we say it? Make my bag get a screen share. Brother, that's what he said. I ain't lying to you.
Man, disgusting, man.
And this look like Good Morning America or one of them shows, right? No, as they shaking, look at the body language between him and his daughter.
Hey, so Donald, all right, I'm afraid to ask this question, but what would you do? Playboy put Ivanka on the cover of the magazine and she had not. This is going to be an interesting answer.
No, this is a weird question. They ask him what would he do if Playboy magazine puts Ivanka Trump on the cover, right? And of course, Hugh Hefner, always, pimping all them white girls, which is, this is pure white, sexual porn, whatever. That's for white people, right? So they ask him this.
See, he doesn't want you to have a drink. I know
it would be really disappointing. Not really. But it would depend on what was inside them.
Ivanka.
Listen, he said it would be really disappointing. No, not really. Nigga, this your fucking daughter. Oh my gosh.
That should be very disappointing, man.
Listen, I don't know a man who is comfortable with giving his daughter to her brother. Even if she do the shit right. Even if she do the shit right and she bring the boy around and you're talking to the brother and he cool and he respectful, you still looking at him like you gonna defile my little princess.
Oh God.
He could be 25, you still looking at him like, because you know how you are. You know how you are, how you deal with her mother. No, you looking at him in a certain way, brother. It's going to send him mad. You know what I mean? Let me give you some more. He said it'll be disappointing. No, not really.
But what would you do? Playboy put Ivanka on the cover of the magazine and she had not. This is going to be an interesting answer. See, he doesn't even want you to have a drink. I know.
It would be really disappointing. Not really. It would depend on what was inside the magazine.
If she posed, it would be fine. But if they put her picture on,
but it depends on what goes inside the magazine.
Well, see, that's her gripe. That's this girl's gripe. You assume there'll be nude photos.
Right, you do assume that.
Okay,
but if there weren't, you wouldn't have an issue with it then. If they were using her to...
I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if you...
Brother, this is my daughter. He ain't attempt to steer away from the question. He ain't saying nothing like, what? What you asking me? Like, that's one of them moments where he's like, man, next question. And those women asking me this bullshit?
He's getting deep into the convo, man.
Listen, he don't want to piss off, Hugh Hefner and them. Let me get some more.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. Do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
It's so weird. Stop. Like you are. Yeah. Well, you're known for saying outrageous things, Mr. Trump. Who are you, Woody Allen?
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. And if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating. If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
It's so weird.
I.S.U.P.K wants to make a deal with this dude.
I ain't surprised if she ain't been touched by him in the past. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it's I think so.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think so. Listen, I wouldn't put it up on the internet now because I don't know how they're gonna flag it. But there's a what's her name? She's an actor. She was a model. I'm gonna show you her face now. Y'all could go look this up on your own time, right? Brooke Shields? What's the other one? I don't think it's her. What's the other one? There's another devil.
In what, sorry?
Okay, there's this devil who was she was featured in Playboy magazine when she was like 7 or something.
Nah, I'm not sure, sir.
Hold on. I'll tell you who it is. I'm gonna tell you who it is just now. Yeah, it's Brooke Shields. God damn. Salaki. It's that same one. Okay, hold on. All right, let me get you the screen share again. Let me show you how these people are sick at. All right, this is Brooke Shields when she was like 9.
Oh nah, man.
This is her when she was like 9 years old, Doc. And this is her in that magazine. You understand? And okay, do you see the white? The white is they block it out for the internet, but that was not blocked out in the magazine.
So how far back is this going?
Okay, this bitch is about 50 now.
Damn,
She could be about 50 years old now. Could be, right? Hold on. This is her again here.
Oh nah, man.
Now, these is the people who we dealing with. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
I ain't want to go too much. I ain't want to get too flagged. But she was a famous. Hold on, give me the screen share again. She was a famous model in America. I think she was an actor or something as well. This is here. This is her on one of the covers. This is Hugh Hefner. You see his age, right? In 1976, Playboy published nude photos of Brooke Shields, who was just 10 years old at the time. 10 years. This is who is in power all over the world.
Yeah.
That's why that barista is saying, yeah, drop the age to 13.
And you know what's sick about them? I should have known some people sick about them even before I came to I.S.U.P.K, because you see, you have like statues of little white angels, babies, with their rods hanging out, and they'll call that art.
Mm-hmm.
The little goblins and so, little Cupid babies, usually in Rome and so forth, and they're always naked. The rods are always out, man, and they call that art, man. That's child pornography right there, man.
Brother, they're sick. They're sick. They're sexual deviant. This is give me the scripture where it says, "Be not so profane."
Oh, Hebrews. Come on.
Give me that. Give me so profane as the one they call I.S.U.P.K. Give me that. That's him. That's this bastard right here. Right? Hebrews 12 and 16. She 10 years old. And had an open full spread eagle for some old 45, 50-year-old crusty cracker. But, you know, y'all call us a hate group.
That's right.
You all say how we hate women and we abuse women. When you have governments now fighting to lower the age of consent to 13, what the hell is wrong with you? I.S.U.P.K, you're sick, huh? You're sick. You're absolutely sick. You don't know who you're dealing with.
And nobody got. Oh, who got locked up for this photo, man? Who went to jail for this photo, man? No one.
Brother, Hugh Hefner lived until he was 80-something years old or 90-something years old and died. Playboy magazine is still huge. Still huge, Jack. You understand? That's what we dealing with. All right, give me the scripture real quick, then we move on.
Hebrews 12:16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Right? Any fornicator or profane person, a fornicator, somebody who engages in unlawful sex. And a profane person, disgusting or disrespectful, just vile as Esau. That's who he is. That's who he is. Imagine somebody taking your 10-year-old child, greasing them down, bathing them, greasing them down with oil or grease, and taking pictures for some old man to get off on. So you don't want no grown-ass woman? You don't want the tail full and the chest full and the hips full? You don't want that thing. You want that she's a girl, but her body's still like a little boy. You're such a goddamn faggot.
That's right.
You want the body still like a little boy. You're sick. You sick, nigga. You sick. This is who we are. This is not who we are. This is who we under. This is the people who we are under. You get the point? Walking around and making the laws and oppressing us. Just remember, when they put the cuffs on you, this is who they are.
That's right.
That's who they are at their core.
That's right.
You can deal with them. Go ahead.
And that judge that likes to judge black people and bring you in child support court and say you're an animal and lock you up behind bars. That's what that same judge that gives you 10 years in jail. That's him, man. The same policeman that chases black people around the ends. That's them, man. They're a nation of sexual deviants, man. I got the nerve to look down on black people, man.
Right.
Like I said. So I've seen the video with the devil on the plane to Jamaica calling everyone niggers.
I thought so, and I thought it was Jamaica. I seen a piece of it, but I didn't watch the whole thing because he looked like he was high.
It was in Norman Manley Airport. I'm gonna play it for right now. I couldn't believe it, man. And they'll say nigger again. It's like nigga. Oh man, the devils are getting out of control, man.
So this plane was not in America.
Last year, it landed in Manly. JetBlue. I think the airline was called JetBlue, but it was going to Jamaica. Let me get the footage real quick.
Bet. I bet. I just did. Do it again. You lost. Do it again. You lost. You lost. Why? You want to bet again? Why? Hey, don't get yourself in any trouble. I'm not going to get in trouble. You lost the first bet. You want to lose the second one? You want to lose the second one? You understand? Why? You lost the second one too. You want to bet again? You. Want to bet again?
One people things. Okay. That does not wish to take this flight today. We are waiting on the cops.
Thank you. I wish. Nigga, please.
There's children on this flight. You need to stop.
What?
There's children on this flight.
You say nigga all I want. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Clearly, I just did. Loser.
This is what I don't get at. You would think there's no men on the plane.
I know, can't.
You would think it's only women on the. Okay, I can halfway understand if the plane is in America. I mean, with all the federal laws and blah, 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 blah. But you're filming him. And what, we waiting on the cops to come?
What I can't understand is how proud devils are. They go into a predominantly black country and say nigga. Like, if that's what you feel about black people, go to Spain or go to Rome.
No, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. He gone there. Guess what he went there for?
I'm not sure, sir.
We just went over it.
Boys.
He went for young children.
Oh, God. He looks like a homosexual, to be honest.
Yeah, he went there to get high and have illicit sex. To have immoral, vile, profane sex.
That's right.
And he came on the plane high, full of pride. A sinner is full of pride. Sinner is full of pride. And he's telling you how he really feel about you. You understand?
Come on, come
That's all he doing. He telling you how he really feel about it. Nigga. He sit right there and curse everybody out. And I mean, the sister is the only one who was even pushing back.
Yeah, everyone's all shook and shit.
The society changed, like, and the respect for the devil is at an all-time high. You would think it would be low. You would think it would be, because of Trump, because of the police brutality, because of everything, that people would really be against these devils act. Not yet. You understand? Not yet. Nobody ain't telling him hush his mouth. Nobody tell him about, suck your mother, nothing.
Yeah, but if you used to sit on that, if I used to sit on that plane, everybody would be telling about my mom, my gal, everything. Devil said nigga, man. Everyone just, oh shit, we gonna say nothing, man.
Listen, keep put on the song. Who you calling nigga? Who you calling nigga? Nobody ain't saying nothing. Like it speaks to where we are as a people today. It's damn near like, I don't know if you remember. I think we did the story. I ain't too sure where Foot of Hype had come out against the Rastafarian community for embracing coffee.
Con.
Remember?
Bougie got song with it as well recently.
That's what I go into. That's what I'm going to. Like, everybody was saying Foot of Hype disrespectful, he this, he that. But you had to remember, Foot of Hype, remember the days in Jamaica where Rastaman had serious respect.
That's right.
Like, it was so bad. You see like, if you don't hail him, it could be a fight. It could be.
Hey, cut him on car.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Like, you had to hail him.
I didn't give him a little salute.
You didn't give him a salute.
Big disrespect that is, man.
Big disrespect.
Right.
You understand? It's, we coming from Bombay buying a batty boy head. Remember Bush, you had a song, How It All Go?
Come on, car, sir.
Listen now. You go from that and you embracing this thing with coffee here. It's showing you where everything turning. You know what I mean? Everything get globalized and turning and more accepting of everything. You get what I'm saying?
If I may as well, like Commandant had said something one time and it stuck with me. He said it's easy to be a Christian. A lot of people just be Christian. And you think, Buju everyone thought Buju was a man that stood his ground, went in jail, wouldn't apologize. And in the end, even he made a song with a homosexual man. So no one really got a fight. No one really has a fight in them, but the men in the I.S.U.P.K, man. We're the only ones that hold this until the end, man.
You know why? Because in the UPK, you're an Israelite until your last breath.
That's right.
And even after, you're still an Israelite. In the world, you are what you are as long as you're strong enough to be that. You understand? Like, okay, you have a young, Cardi B. She was stripping and twerking on poles as long as she was strong enough to do that. Now she's a mother. You get the point? Like, as long as if she is a full-out hoe, she should still be on poles, stripping and twerking, like what she doing in music videos. But she should still be on the poles. You get what I'm saying? Jay-Z should still be selling drugs. You get the point? In the world, you are what you are as long as you're strong enough to be that, then you change. And as you change more. You born an Israelite, you are Israelite until you die.
That's right.
Pork is unlawful at 10 years old, at 65, at 99.
That's right.
You understand? But if you're in the world, pork is unlawful at 10, at 20 is the other white meat. At 25, if you travel a little bit more, you start getting delicacies in there and calling it by different names. And then, pork ain't so bad after all. You get the point? In the 80s, it's Bombay buying a batty boy head.
And now it's coffee. Let's make a tune. Let's go to the booth.
Now it's pressure, under the pressure. You know what I mean? And I ain't attacking the young girl. This is not an attack on the young girl. This is just showing where society is now from what we was used to at one point in time. You know what I mean? It's way more accepting now of everything, which is why the UPK has to be fervent, has to be, as the General broke down last night, in spirit and in truth, has to be forceful and aggressive to back what the truth is. Because without the force and aggression, you get run over.
That's right. Kind of one car. So I think on the show before, I played a video of Giggs. Giggs said that, well, Giggs' manager said that police used to call him and say, don't sign Giggs, don't sign Giggs. I remember me and Dungaball speaking about it, like, what's the police got to do with my pockets, man? You know what I mean? What's the police should, go out on the street, stop crack. Why they worried about a man's pockets and a man's job, man? You know what I mean? Because the problem is this, they lock you up for selling drugs, and then when you want to make music and do something else, they say don't sign him. And I said the same thing to YT when he came here, man. YT was in a movie that the police stopped. You know what I mean? So the video on Asher-D, you might know him as Duchesne from Top Boy, and he's pretty much gonna say the same thing happened to him when he was in Soul Solid Crew.
Right.
Know about Soul Solid Crew? It was a group back in the day. We had something called garage music. You know, we had jungle music that faded out. We had garage, then it was grime, funky house, bassline. At the moment, Grimes is still standing out of all of them.
Right.
And, I'll play his video, but I'm not sure if I might flag it. I might the whole copyright business, so I'll allow it for that. You know, I'm just
okay. Is an interview?
No, I mean the music video that an old time music video. Let the viewers know how Garage was back then. But they might for copyright reasons.
Let's play his the interview. They'll recognize him. You know what I mean? You could go look it up. You could go look up the brother himself. His name, what's his name again?
It's Ashley Walters. Stayed in Asher-D. Yeah, come on, Carl.
Yeah.
Let me get this brother real quick.
Listen, man. Anybody who viewing the viewing audience, big up the audience, big up everybody who always inside. You know what I mean? Tazna Y, Ahauba, Rachel, Bono Junior Osman. Big up Danica, big up Bono Junior Osman. Big up George Sanders, big up Sherelle Yashala, big up Gerald Katham, big up Shamgar. Who else we have on the inside? Big up Theo. All right, big up Franco. Right, who else is on the YouTube? Big up Tizapawan, big up Malak. Right, big up Zivin. I guess if I pronounce the name right, Mad Banyamian, Robert Lee. You know what I mean? Burnout, who's the fool that was there? Darkson Bay. Right, Nigeria. But if any one of y'all who listening, right? Anybody who I forget, Robert Lee, big up yourself, Zabadia. Anybody who's listening, if you all know guests, Parakia, big up Parakia who could just come on. If you all know people on the ends, anywhere UK, Netherlands, Ireland, Scotland, wherever that's in that time zone that could call, even if you're from America and you want to be a guest on the show, you know what I mean, just get in contact with the brothers in I.S.U.P.K, United Kingdom, and we could arrange it, you know what I mean, for, to get on the show, like how we had these guests on, anything controversial, and even if it's a business you're starting and you want to advertise it, just get in contact, we'd for sure have you on, because this is a good platform, especially for UK, you know what I mean, where people could, get seen and we know what's going on, we discover what's going on, you know what I mean? So yeah, go ahead. Who's this, McGill, ZZ Mills?
ZZ Mills, I said I used to like her myself until she came out that she likes to eat box. It just made me vomit, man. I couldn't do it.
I didn't hear that, and I'll definitely set this girl straight about, what she ought to do or what she ought not to do. So far, that's hearsay. But I'm in the business of reforming, the nation. So why are you bearing false witness against the daughters of Zion, brother?
If you need 2 or 3 witnesses,
just tell Zizi give me a call. That's all you have to do. Tell Zizi give me a call. I'll handle the rest. Don't worry about it.
Kind of one, sir. Definitely. If I see her, oh no, man, because that comment put me off. But I'll try, sir.
She disgusted. Good night.
As in,
it's a complete blur.
Seriously?
Yeah, I don't even remember any of it.
Why don't you remember it? Because of the excitement, or because
of the excitement, because
the lifestyle,
just not realizing, you have to cherish the moments that were happening. Maybe some of it was about taking it for granted as well. Why?
Because I feel like you done 21 seconds, and then there was it's gone out of my head now.
Was it They Don't Know?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then to me, after that, I could be wrong. Then it kind of just went quiet after that.
Yeah, it did.
So what happened? Was there just too many people?
It's called police.
Oh, right.
People started going to prison. People started getting shot at our raves. People died at our raves. So they felt that we were inciting violence with our lyrics. You know, they were talking about us in House of Parliament. And then I just remember being on tour, going on our UK tour, our first UK tour. And one by one, we were on our way to venues, the next venue, and they'd be cancelling while we were on our way. You know what I'm saying? And literally, like the government and the police were just like, we ain't having it.
And that's a pattern that always happens. That pattern happened to Giggs. That pattern happened to YT with his movie.
Right.
The pattern that always happens. And all right, fair enough to say that, okay, people died at his shows. But I remember, 5-6 years ago, a man went to watch the Batman or Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Man.
And he went on a killing spree. Did Batman get banned?
Right.
They banned Batman. No, they never, man. But whenever, brothers want to make money, they always want to. They did it with YT, did it with Giggs and his brother too. And then guess what? You not being able to make money because of shutting down your shows. What do? You go back to selling drugs, man. And guess what? They lock you up again, man. That's the trap our oppressor puts us in. When the Bible says they track our footsteps, that's exactly what they do. They say don't hire Giggs, man. They say YT, we're not going to put your movie out one day. It incites too much violence. They say, actually, you know what? Too much people die at your shows, man. Then how's he supposed to eat, man? They're making music for nothing. And the black people, and then these brothers are on the roads, so they go back to what they know. And then here comes that same oppressor that shut down their show to lock them up, man. Lock them up. Just like with our children, the oppressor goes, don't beat your children. If you beat your children, we're going to lock you up, man. So you don't beat your children. You don't chastise your children. Your children become what? Unruly, man. As Pop Khan will say. And then guess who comes and chastises him? The police, man. They put their fingers down his throat like what they did to Rashawn Charles, man.
Right.
Shoot him like what they did to Mark Duggan, man. That's
Right.
what they do. It's all one big game and one big plot, man. How to keep black people in some loop, man.
Yeah, exactly. And once again, this is why we need to separate from them. Like, honestly, we do not need them to have our own.
That's right.
All we need is a little hard work and be willing to take low now for greater later. You understand? Like, we could make all our movies ourselves, have our movie theaters, have our own network where we advertising. Like, give me 3 black cities in England that's more black than anywhere. Brum first.
I say London, Bromani, top of the head.
London, that's strongly black. Manny have a ton of black people like that.
He got a decent amount.
You wouldn't call Leicester or Nottingham before Manny?
So those are the 3 big populated biggest cities. Leicester, that's
okay. So let's say that have more black people are talking about.
Color one kind. Also those 3.
Okay, so let's say Brum, London, Manny, right? You have a network in there. Everybody have the little section. Our section, like how Brixton is, Brixton and environs was known historically as the, black business hub before, not now, but before it was, Brixton had that area. Wayne Brum is the black business hub. Handsworth.
Handsworth, Newtown, Aston.
Right, that's our area. Manny would be where? Moss Side?
Yeah, Moss Side and Longside.
Right. So now you have those areas, that's us. We black owned, we buying black, we selling black. The black movie theaters, they're shooting movies. Somebody would just drive up the end, make a trip, drop the trailer off at the movie theater. When the last movie playing, you play the new trailer for the new one. Anybody who want to see this, yeah, man, I see Giggs acting in this. I see Asha acting in this one, YT. Yeah, we want to see it. Boom, that come up. Who's stopping that?
No one.
How you stop? You have to stop us on the end.
That's right.
You understand? And then we just find another way around it. You get what I'm saying? Like all it needs is us not wanting the lust of them. Meaning, what takes away from that commitment is the superstars of us who up and coming. Esau could show them a great, fantastic lifestyle. And a man would rather drive a Range than a Vauxhall.
That's right.
You understand? Even if it means you drive this Vauxhall for 10 years and build your economy up and use the king. Use the king in my side. You the king in, in hands with Aston. You get the point? Because of you making the wheels turn. You understand? Trade their riches for our own love. You know what I mean? Like we really don't need them for nothing, man. They should be able to stop nothing we doing anyway, anyhow, anyway.
And we don't, man. History proves it before. When our grandparents came over here, we weren't allowed in clubs, man. And they started something called a shubs, man. A shubbing, where a man's room would become a dance, and they'll flip the couch over. And I heard out it was that ram that sometimes the floor will collapse, man. And guess who wanted to come to these events, man? White people did.
See?
We had no disco lights, nothing fancy. We just unscrew the bulb, set up the sound system, and we had the time of our life. I think back then it was ska music, man. We had the time of our life, man. And you can look that up on YouTube and everything. In London, the event where the floor collapsed, man. We had a wonderful time. So we don't need them. We can start our own thing, man.
Exactly. We for sure don't need them. I just want to respond to Rigo Sandoval. I know you heard what I was saying about I.S.U.P.K. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't saying for anybody to go hate the brother. I'm not saying that at all. I ain't saying for anybody to go hate him, boycott him. Listen, they was talking on social media about what do they say? Cancel I.S.U.P.K. Okay, before you cancel I.S.U.P.K, go cancel your weed, man.
That's right.
Right. Before you cancel I.S.U.P.K, go cancel your OnlyFans account. Cancel it quick. Go right now and cancel your OnlyFans account that making whores out of our daughters. You get the point? Go cancel the sin that you're doing before you cancel I.S.U.P.K. You get the point? Don't support what the hell he's doing, but by no means am I saying that he is, a piece of shit. He's this, he's that. He a brother who is lost and simple. You understand? He's by no means encouraging or moving anything and telling us to go vote for Trump or anything like that, even though he was simple enough to make that deal. He did something extremely simple. You understand? He did something extremely simple, but I'm by no means saying all out attack on him, hate him. No, he ain't Creflo Dollar. You know what I mean? He ain't Creflo, he ain't Farrakhan, he ain't T.D. Jakes, he ain't Martin Luther King. He's far from that. He's a brother who think he's doing something wise that's very stupid.
That's right. Misguided. That's right.
Yeah, very stupid. He's no different than P. Diddy, vote or die. 50 Cent say he's supporting Trump too. You get the point? But it all come down to money. 50 Cent say I don't want to be 20 Cent. I saw Joe Biden's tax program. I'd rather Trump be in office because, of course, they're businessmen and Trump is a businessman. He's about money. So anybody who's chasing money is going to more side with Trump. We chasing the lives of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You get the point? That's who we chasing. You get the point? Now, until I.S.U.P.K do something else, he could live another day. Today could be a good day for him. But if he continue with this nonsense and try to push,
we'll have to cancel him.
Yeah, he gonna have to get the axe. It seemed like now he could still live. He just had to lick them bruises and figure it out. I see he in all black. I see he growing his beard. He might as well become a trooper. He might as well become a trooper and come up in here and learn the right way. You know what I mean? But I just want to be clear about that. I ain't saying nobody go, rip the brother apart. He's just simple. His plan is simple. He's misguided. Severely misguided. You know what I mean?
So, Colin, concert. Right about now, I'm going to shoot from the hip. I'm like Captain Prussia, name an artist. Boom, on the spot. I'm gonna show you how this boss. Give me an artist.
You sure I could later? No, I ain't wanna destroy it right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let do one in honor of the newborn. You know what I mean?
Go on. Give me an artist. Bobby Shah, the one.
All right. Chronics.
All right, so I'll let you go first because
because you don't know Chronic songs.
Ready.
Your selector set you up.
Okay, what? It's a bit obvious though, but it's the point when the baddest Chronic you will ever make. You get me?
Best friend, I come to take your life are the worst thing you could ever see. Teflon, no can a man know you are power with from your band, turn on the enemy. Gideon, we know want a friend from cause them out to full up of jealousy. I did do what we used to share a glass of rum. Now you want to kill me for anything. But how me fit us have in a circle? Where you are to behind curtain? Enough of them say them are your friend when you check it out. Them is a different person. Them now want to see you be like burden. Them want you to feel like being a burden.
From the hip, top of the head, boom.
And everybody
We don't love lights.
Okay. Why do you that, dude?
Every time I rise, we do it for the love and I do it for the light. Do it for the love and I do it for the
light.
Do it for the love and I do it for the light. Do it for the love and I do it for the light. Success don't come overnight. Don't make them know a substance over hype. Do it for the love and I do it for the light. No for the love light, not alright. Sit up in the post and the sleep all night. Sit up on social media type. While like said them they use you to a vice. But we never put them up on no flight. And we never see them a live in a poor life. You miss a man now you have so much life. I'm always still a lead for I bet.
Yo, we do it for the love, craft. We don't do it for the light. They never brought them up on no flight. You know what I mean?
I feel bad. I don't know why they didn't put that tune. That's my tune. I don't know how they put that tune. I don't know.
Man, you see, like that sent you here, you know. Yeah, you go first.
That's my tune. I'll let you have that one. But again, we're back here next week, Friday, on the ends. With Captain Mashapmayum, Captain Parasha, or Officer Dungabar, myself. I'm big up to all the troopers in the I.S.U.P.K, whether England, America, Venezuela, Trinidad, Jamaica.
Hold on. Big up the sisters too, Salaki.
No, so I'm about to. I can't be. Say, me, miss that woman, me.
All right, I just saying.
Also, Salaki, we got a breakfast tomorrow before during Sabbath service as well. Sister's gonna cook a big breakfast, so make sure you're there. 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. I've got the Sabbath service here tomorrow, which should be 12 o'clock. So make sure you come. 12 o'clock, and also, come and get some food.
It's 12 or 10?
It's 12, sir.
12. Okay. 12. Yeah, listen, man. I just want to once again, I big up my dupes, my diehard, my real soldier, Officer Karathia, daddy in the business. I'll call your father Abraham now. Out of thee cometh many nations. Yeah, you and your river harbor. My sister right there, rocking hardcore, that new baby. What was it? Yashawan?
Yashawan, come on,
Yashawan. Listen, gangster Shutter, that's what I'll call him. I'll call him Shutter, you know what I mean? Most like guys, man. Listen, I think we all happy for you. I think that's everybody's son. Parashia and me, Dumgo, I think that's everybody boy.
Oh man, you're making
for water, man. So what to you? Listen, one of my brothers down here, the trooper Kagarama, he called me, I think Wednesday. He told me I was making a joke with him when he just came in his school. Cause he brought his rib. I said, okay, this is the rib. I said, okay, when you gonna get her pregnant? Now I'm just joking, right? He told me a few weeks ago she pregnant. Then he called me today and tell me they having twins. I was like, well, goddamn. I was like, the Lord making you catch up, you know what I mean? So it's good to see the babies being born, man, all over the place. You know what I mean? It's good. And here you could come in and be free and not have that stress of the world. In the world, you'll be stressed out. What we going to do? How we going to afford it? Don't worry, man. You have a whole nation to take care of your baby.
That's right.
Make them children, man. Make them children boldly. Don't be scared. You know what I mean?
In the world, they make you feel bad for having children.
Hell yeah.
They're like, oh, another one. So how many kids you got?
If it's black children, though. If you're white, it's fine.
They're like, yo, if you got more than about 3, then that's when people start to look down on you.
Man, I think anytime you have 1, they see us with 1 and they think we have 10 in the house.
Come on.
You know what I mean? That's how they are. So, you know what I mean? Big up again, you know what I mean? Rocking it out. How much you have now? About 25? God damn. Every time I see a little picture from UK or a little baby, it's like, who child is this? Oh, that's Karathia. Who child is this? No, that's Karathia. I was like, well, goddamn.
So you can't tell.
You're making all the babies, man.
But say them, listen, in the future, them diaries. I need to reap that. I need to get that money back. sleepless nights to get that money. If your brother out there, you got a son, a young son, listen, you better get your dowry money already. I want it, man. I need it in the future.
Them dowry's gonna be tall.
I need tall to the sky, man. I need that.
All up. All right, so Lord Allah, we pick it up next week. You know what I mean? Once again, it was a good guest. You know, burn out Nigeria. Don't pray for them. Let them die. You know what I mean? On the end.
Come from like the Hamas could sniff us out, man. Like this came lurking around us today, man. I don't know where they even came from, man.
I mean, they want to pray for Nigeria, man.
Damn.
Pray for Uno Muma. Relax.
God. All right, so we'll be here next week, Friday, 9 o'clock again. And with that, shalom.
I'll be bucking them like Palace, puffing on my chalice. True, sir, I'm an addict. 24 cali, don't make me have to grab it. Cabbage, niggas can't manage. That's another slapping. Niggas thinking that I'm famous, that I won't slap it. Nigga, I'm erratic. Erdington Savage, yeah, you call this modern warfare. When we double tap it, clicking and we clacking. Shots burning through this jacket. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time. Yeah, I'm back and I'm attacking. Nah, I ain't capping. Real life rapping, switched it up and got it cracking. Get you vanished from a napping. Bare nerves racking. Ramming, carjacking, call it life, damn sacking. Yeah, the Cali's in the air now. Got the tracking. 2017 bricks, still brought the packing. Puff, passing, catch him lacking with my cannon. Birmingham assassin, yeah, burning with a passion.